Let's put my little bitty head over here. Oops. Where I go? Where's my head? Oh, there you go. We good now. We good now. mm mm You like that? You like that? mm 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 K with all them nines. You know, being said Pet Cemetery. Ow! All them doves getting buried. Mm. Ow! I'm really like that. Yeah, Mike Jack. Mm. Wow. All them dogs getting buried. Gotta, I gotta download that video on YouTube. On YouTube. YouTube. Alright. Mm. Let me get these invites out. These invites. Jabri, what's good? What's good? What's good? Cuz in the building, what's the deal, cuz? Oh, it's time to get this body started. Time to get this party started. I just wanted to play the game, man. Just one more day, man. Day. Y'all didn't want me to play the game only, man. Why? I'm gonna go all April, man. Go down April, man. I said I was gonna look for something, but I'll go ahead and give it a month. I don't need ski. Good looks, cuz. Good looks. All right. Let's see something real quick. Dang, what was that? Skilling. Skilling. And what an and symbol at? Oh. Then. Alright. We good on that. What y'all got up, man? How y'all feeling, man? Let's go ahead and shoot. What is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? These days overlapping. What is it? Oh, it's Wednesday. Ooh, wow. I don't know why I thought it was Tuesday. It's flying. Okay. Oops, I spelled that all the way wrong. Land. There we go. What the heck? I put down female. Feminine. Not female. I brought that back up again. Feminine. Feminine. There you go. We Gucci now. We good. Oops. Hey, dog, I find it so funny though, cause like it made me think about earlier, right? Which was just live about people would literally like if they. That's what that last one about, man. And it made me think about that though. It's like literally people would do anything on this app where they don't like you. They will literally, and it only be to hurt people though, because like the people that's healed, they don't sit there and make lies about how to destroy the next person. It be the ones that's stuck in victimhood that'll do anything to freaking destroy your life or does destroy your life or this person is so dangerous because they don't think like me and we got into it. So let me find a whole life like ah man, you can't take them people serious for real. You can't, man. And them the ones that live in miserable type lives. Then wonder why they can't heal. Mm-mm-mm. Now you can't convince me, man. Can't convince me. Shoot. Can't convince me, man. That's what this gonna be about though today. See something real quick. Uh, a lot of prompts. Yeah, I put a lot of them today. It usually be four. I had a lot. Let me do all of them. So let me see if I can squeeze it. That's how my head's so small down here. I ain't have enough room to stretch the head out. Put a big head inside of a little prompt, but I mean a little square. But I'm just saying, as in, that's why my little box so small. I try to squeeze every thought I had. I actually added that last one on there because I ran out. I added all of them. But let me squeeze out all of them. I'll get them all out in one whop. One whop. The first one really kind of connects with the title. So title is like a question, but then again, it's like just to elaborate on the top. Let me. Oh yeah, I forgot to send these invites up. Get some of my mods in here too. Get y'all mod selves up in here. I swear I'm about to start firing some mods. I ain't been seeing them in there. I actually did let some know. Let some go. It's gonna be a good show. We about to see though. This is one I gotta keep putting up because I just see it, man. I'm gonna do this a couple times, just like that one I did yesterday. That's gonna need a couple days too. I'm gonna do some little some revisit, some repost type lives. Let me see something. That's where people just be want to be mods. That's why I have to let some of them go. They want to be mods just to be a mod, but they don't be in here like that. And it's not like I'm not asking everybody to be in here all the time, but it's just like you got to realize that I need room for the people that is going to be in here. You know, that's all it is. You be taking it personal. Wait, I ain't been in here in 14 days. I still want to be a mod. Nah, don't worry like that. Let's see, get some more. That's why I don't even really ask people to be a mod because I know I be on live my dang on self, so I don't want to look important. I guess that's what it is. Let me see who else I can get up in here. I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody though. Yeah, I sent everybody an invite that I could. Pick was good. How you feeling, Pick? Oh, dang, crime. Hey, I was even about to. What's the deal? Sadari in the building too. Hey, I was not about to go. A live made me think about making a live. You feel me? Let me do this box like that. Uh, I thought I let my man's up. Yeah, let me do this. I know y'all can't see the Oh, y'all can't see the y'all own y'all own texting and stuff. What's the deal? Eric in the building. Feeling all right. You seen on upbeat as usual. Yes, 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 yes. I was literally on video game mode, but people wasn't acting right, so they made me think of some stuff. So I said, let's go ahead and get it out that chest. Get it off our chest, man. I think one of them, that last prompt, it made me think about so many people with this. They got this thing where if like who determines if you who's supposed to take up for who and stuff, and then they got it to where if you don't take up for me, you're not my friend. Like, ain't no who the heck is entitled. I think anybody that's based their friendship off that, right? Um, they don't need to be friends. We don't need to be friends. Nobody don't need to be friends and stuff. And then people grow in different ways and have reasons why they probably wouldn't take up for certain situations or why they do hang with who they hang with. It's up to you to respect it or not.
Let me tell you something real quick, Quav.
Requ-
Today, I had to cut off another homegirl. Let me tell you
Mm,
why. I didn't know that she was putting me in the mix of her BS
mm,
up until last night. When I was on your live and she stopped by my house, she finally put me on. So all this time I've been hanging out with her and my other homegirls and this other lady friend that she just introduced to the friend group, right? Didn't
mm,
even know she was the side chick. I should have known because this weekend that just passed, we all just me, her, and the girl went out, right?
mm,
We went out to eat at some nice chill lounge spot, brunch spot, Sunday. So now I'm like, okay, I went to we got the because I'm on it like I don't care who order what. Whatever the bill is, we gonna split it. You're not about to look at the bill and say, "Oh well, I only ordered this. I only no." If the bill is $4.95, we splitting it three ways.
mm,
The bill came up to about $3.20 because of the amount of bottomless mimosas we had. The spot was jinking. This brunch spot, the DJ was lit. Shorty pulled out her debit card. I'm like, well, we usually split it, so let me give you the. She was like, nah, you good, what whoop de whoop we whoop. I'm like, huh? I don't question it. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottomless mimosas got me on my ASS. Cool. Monday come. I call my homegirl like, yo, let your homegirl know, or I'll sell you the bread so you can sell it to her. Because I don't need none of these stories running through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Oh, I went out and no, 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 no. We're not about to do this trip thing. Danero, can you mute, please?
I got you.
So now, last night she come to my crib like she furious. Mind you, she's married to a man. Keep in mind, this was this other chick, which is her side chick. So now I'm puzzled. So she come to my crib. She furious with her husband. She venting to me. I'm listening. I'm like, so what you gonna do? Then she finally said, yeah, because the girl that I introduced you to is my girlfriend. I'm like, hold up, wait. Let me really give her back her bread. So last night I'm confused as fuck. Like, nah, I really want to get this chick back her bread. I don't. So she called a girl. She was like, no, it's all good. No, listen, I know how to pay my way. She was like, no, you taking it a different way. I'm guessing she told you. Today she calls me. I'm on my first 15. So now she calls me with her husband on the phone. I immediately hung up the phone. Do not put me in the middle of your bullshit. And I mean that. I don't have time because girl, I'm gonna tell the truth and I'm not gonna lie. All this girl code shit, No, what you're doing is absolutely wrong. You are married. You are a married woman. I've never seen, this was the first time in life I've ever seen somebody actually have a side person, and this side person, like, and not for nothing, and I'm not out here trying to bash nobody, but shorty she dealing with is a midwife. My homegirl is a manager at Target. Again, I'm not trying to bash nobody. Pay what they get paid because a job is a job, right? Um, so you making this woman take care of you, your two kids, and your husband. I need to learn some pointers. In my mind, I'm like, oh shit, I need to learn some pointers from you. But then I had to double back. I never want to live that kind of life. So now she called me with her husband on the phone. I immediately hung up. She called me back twice. I bumped on the voicemail. And I'm like, listen, I'm at work. I cannot deal with this already. I already deal with patients all day. I work in psych. We're not going to do this. On my lunch break, she called me. She was like, oh, why did you hang up? I said, listen, I'm going to tell you this friend to friend. And if you got me on speakerphone, I'm going to tell it. And I can't hold no bars. I do not want to be caught up in your triangular love affair. This is bullshit, and I cannot be a part of it. One thing's for sure, and two things for certain. I would never allow your husband to question what goes on in my house. However, I have a daughter in my house. So where's the respect? Don't put me in your bullshit. This is bullshit. She was like, no, I just wanted to verify that I was at your house. First of all, the reason why he's questioning you is because you probably done got caught up in so many fucking lies that he don't even believe that you was at my house. But that's some shit you gotta clean up. I can't help you clean that up. Do you know this bitch went on Facebook and was like, what's friends? How many of us have them? I went under the fucking post and I said, see, you can have friends when you tell a fucking truth. You can't want me to be your friend and not hold you accountable. You out here doing fuck shit, but you want me to be like, yeah, girl, it's okay. I cannot. We are knocking on 40. Bitch, you be 40 this year. If you are not happy with this man, leave him alone. What are we doing out here? Like, what are we? So she calls me. I'm like, what are we doing out here? You about to be 40. I'm knocking on 40. You want me to actually sit here and just listen to your bullshit or go through this bullshit with you? This is why black men hate us right now. They hate us because of bitches like you. You don't know how many men this woman is sleeping with or how many women this woman is sleeping with. And I had to tell her gonorrhea and chlamydia in the throat is real. What are you doing? Herpes, that shit is real. She could have a herpes simplex one on her lip, pass it to you. Now you got herpes too. What are we doing out here? Syphilis is the only STI that you can catch that's sexually transmitted, but it goes through your blood. What are we doing out here? She was like, oh, I didn't like how you got under my post here, but you don't like the fact that I'm holding you accountable. I wish your topic was about accountability because when they say women don't hold women accountable, baby, I'm going to hold you accountable and then I'm never going to fuck with you again. I can't. I am not. Women so quick to say, oh, men are out here creating broken homes, but they never want to see the part that they play. Because
Mm-hmm.
why do you think it's okay for you to be out here sleeping with another woman? If you don't want to be with that man, let him go. But my thing is, if you don't want to be with that man, let her go too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just let him go and not let her go. You done told him about her, and now he thinking you come. This is the meetup spot. I don't even play like that. Now she all on Facebook with all these goddamn posts. Girl, bye. Cause now I gotta call you a grown girl. What are you doing? You turning 40 and you living in your second childhood? Your oldest is 17. What are you really doing out here? But then y'all want to be like, oh, these men is out here, they creating broken homes, they doing this, they doing that. What are you doing? But now you mad because I don't want to be a part of your bullshit. Because I'm not gonna lie to him. It ain't about loyalty no more. It's about the truth. It's about what's going on in society. It's about how you going about things. It's about all of that. If this is your side chick, you should have just kept telling me this was your friend. I get it. We've been homegirls since the sandbox, but it's certain shit you can't tell me. And then she gonna tell me, oh, you started acting funny once you started studying human behavior and you got your bachelor's degree. That's how I knew that bitch was jealous, and I really can't be friends with her no more. I'm sorry, y'all, for going on that rant, but I had to tell somebody something because
I feel you.
this
I
is
hear you.
just like too
That
much.
was a good example, though. I mean, it's an example in a real life experience, though. That it's happened. Everybody can't take it.
It's
What
too
it
much.
is, man. That's how circles get small. When you grow and the other person stay back. I was actually saying that right before you said that. That's a fine example of it. So everybody don't want to be grown. They want it to be the way they life, how they wanted to be and all that stuff. But you know,
But you can't be living your second childhood just right. I get it, right? But when you got a 17-year-old and a 12-year-old and they both girls, what are you teaching them? I'd rather you walk away from the have a conversation with your children before you walk away from your marriage. You are married. You've been married since we were young, since we were 20. No, this is not right. And I'm not going for it. And this is what I'm saying. Like, some women, when they children get older, they start to get bored with their husband. What are you doing and equate to what he's doing to make your marriage still last? You think sleeping with a woman? Why not bring the woman into your relationship? Because my thing is, if you been by, he know you by. Why you couldn't bring her into your relationship? Oh, she wants you order herself. She got a game plan, and the game plan is to destroy your relationship. And then after your relationship is over, she's still not gonna choose you. This is why we gotta stop placing all the blame on men. Cause these women are just as scandalous as these goddamn men,
mm,
if not more. I ain't gonna lie to her husband. I ain't lying to y'all.
mm,
Because I don't want to get caught up in that. Like, once you tell one lie, you got to keep telling all these. I don't have time to be keeping up with lies when I'm dealing with psych patients every day, Monday through Friday. Sometimes my mental ain't even all the way there. When I get home, after like today, I had a rough day. I went to the liquor store and bought me some wine because I couldn't believe, and it wasn't until she called me with this bullshit. I don't care about the Facebook post. But you calling me with your husband like you want me to justify your bullshit. I cannot. But then you come out and say, oh, I've been acting funny since I got a bachelor's degree in psychology. That shit sounds stupid to me. You can't keep wanting me to hold men accountable without holding a woman accountable. Girl, I gotta hold you accountable because everything you doing is fuck shit. This is fuck shit. I'm gonna get out. I'm found that girl on Facebook. I'm gonna send her bread. Listen, here you go. Thanks for the good time, but I'm not doing this shit no more. She can't use me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do nothing. when they say women don't hold women accountable. I don't know how much y'all want me to hold her accountable, but I know that telling her about herself and me walking away, that should be enough. We've been friends for 20 plus years, but I cannot be around no fuck shit like this.
Mm.
I'm sorry for the rant, y'all.
I feel like eventually, if he said 20 years, oh my, I think eventually um, she just probably not used to that angle. I think eventually she'll come back around if if it's meant. I don't think she want to mess something up, and then once she see that you really doing it out of care and love, but otherwise, if it don't come around, if it don't come back around, like you don't need nothing around it where you have to hold your tongue from you wanting the best for her situation or whatever, or just calling her out. I'm pretty sure you want the same thing for you. You don't want nobody that's fake and not speaking on anything about, the situation. Like, what is a friend for then? And y'all ain't cater friends and all that stuff. So, I mean,
20
it'll come
years?
back around though, especially anybody.
You've been with that man 20 years. You mean to tell me it's not easy for you to say, hey, listen, this is not working out? I'm not saying like maybe you got to build up the courage, but to tell him you was cheating on him and then you drag me in the middle of your bullshit and I don't even know what's going on. I'm walking in this whole shit blind and I don't know how I walked in it blind, but I walked in it real blind. But like I said, the antenna started going up when she paid for brunch. Like, come on, don't do me like that. Like, give me a heads up. But even if she would have gave me a heads up, and I think that's what it is, if she would have gave me a heads up, I would have been like, nah, I'm not going. Each time. Because I don't want to be a part of that. I can't be wanting to build up the community, but in the back of on the back end, I'm tearing down the community at the same time.
Mhm.
What am I teaching my daughter? What are you teaching your daughters? Oh, but he told my 17-year-old I like to eat coon too. Well, what are you out here acting reckless? I'm not saying that was the right thing for him to do, but you out here acting reckless. What is he supposed to do? When you staying out 3 nights and 7 days? Girl, you lucky you still alive. And you've been doing this for 5 months? So for 5 months, 3 days every week. Man, listen. But then you want me to justify your bullshit. No, you wasn't with me for 3 days. I seen you Sunday at the brunch spot. I left you Sunday. I don't know where you went Sunday. I came home. I don't know what you did. But you ran here yesterday because y'all got into an argument. Had I would have known that this what was going on, I wouldn't even open my door for her. I wouldn't answer none of her phone calls. Because I cannot be put into this bullshit. And she like, oh, you taking it the wrong way. No, I'm taking it how I'm supposed to take it. How do you take a situation that's like you going out with your homeboy Kev and you don't even know he cheating on his girl? But then he come to your house like, yeah, I've been cheating on my girl for 5 months. And the 3 days that I'm going out the week, this is what's going on. So that's why when we went out that day, she fronted the bill. Would you not try? What would you say to him? And you know
Just
his
call
work.
it out.
You know his
What's the
wife.
deal, light bright?
I mean, anybody on the panel. If you've been friends with somebody for 20 something years and you know they significant other and now they using you as a pawn, how do you address that?
Got to, man. Stick your chest out, man.
I guess the bro code is really thicker than the sis code, but I think about the fact that I got a kid. I don't want her to be doing no shit like that with her friends. I want her to hold her friends accountable. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
Hmm.
That's the board.
We know everybody in this world they have a hard time with that though. And like I said, some people more focused on trying to keep friends than rather do right. Um, and I realized that too. That's why I don't talk to so many people and stuff. I be staying in my little circle because I know we already know that's like the number one thing. Everybody have a hard time uh, being accountable in general, right? That's why we complaining so much. I think that's like a rare thing. That's a super rare thing though. And I can understand it though, because that was one of my biggest things. Because we got all of us got brought up saying everybody made us do type situation. That's what it is, and we rather live off that though because we feel like it's our world. And if it don't fit, if it don't go along with that, then it's the enemy.
Yeah, but then when you call me with your husband on the phone, like, why do you like? What do you want me to say to him? Because, girl, like, I'm not gonna never talk to her husband behind her back. But what exactly do you want me to say to him? Because if you're asking me to lie, I'm not doing that. This is why I respected our friendship
Maturity.
and hung up the phone. I had to hang up the phone. Then I bumped you to voicemail twice, and I'm telling you, all right, listen, my break is over. I gotta go back up. I'm not gonna spend my whole 15-minute, my little 15-minute break discussing anything that goes on in my house. But this girl never stepped foot in my house. So what is it that you really want me to tell him? That you was here? Yeah, but I don't know what you did when you left. But he's smart enough to know that I gotta go to work. And he's smart enough to know that you was out of my house by 10:30. So if you left my house and didn't go home, what the fuck do you want me to do? Top tier, you're a female, right? What would you have done?
Hi. Honestly, I've been in a situation like that. I had to learn to mind my business. Sometimes you got to just be a listening ear for your friends. Um, hold them accountable, of course, but definitely just stand on business. If you say I'm not gonna stay here, if our friendship fizzles out, you was true to yourself, and that's that. But I had to learn the hard way because I lost a best friend of like 15 years telling her about her man. And definitely not worth the heartache. Because to me, friendship breakups are worse than relationship breakups.
True. I can understand.
But he's the victim here. That's the thing. Like,
But we don't know what going on in their house though. What is
so I only could speak on from what I was a part of, right? What she pulled me into. I only know what she tell me, right? So whatever she tell me, I gotta go by what she say. But I'm only going by the part where she pulled me in, where she dragged me into. I feel like if this woman was your side chick, that's something you wasn't supposed to tell me. I get it. We real tight like that. But if we was real tight like that, I feel like you shouldn't have brought it to social media. But you did it because you need validation for the fucked up shit that you did. And now that I said something to you and I refuse to talk to your husband because you thinking that I'm going to take up for you when I'm not. I'm not.
that just goes with integrity. That's just your integrity. And as a friend, you kind of have to know who your friends are, what your friends are about. She should have knew you wasn't gonna do it anyway. So I personally wouldn't take it personal, but at some point, just based off my experience and my man telling me you got to learn to mind your business, we have to learn to mind our business and just be a listening ear and say, hey, I don't want no parts of it, but I'm gonna let you air it out because you need somebody to talk to.
So let me ask this then: do you feel like you wrong for what you did?
No. I
Right.
feel like I feel like I'm going to tell you this. I feel like you bamboozled me in some shit that I didn't want that you know that I wouldn't have been a part of, right? Now, had she would have said to me, a few weeks ago when I first met this girl, but we was out in the friends group. So now everybody in the friends group knew it was up but me. But a lot of the times they tend to keep shit away from me because I'm the one drunk or sober. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. If we gotta fight it out, it's cool. But I'm not. If I feel like this, if I have to put my hands on you, we no longer friends. But if I have to curse you out, that's okay. But don't drag me into some shit. First of all, you dragging me into something when you live 7 blocks away from my house. Now you know your husband know where I live. So how many times have you told this man that you was at my house? And how many times have he been parked downstairs and watched me walk in and out my door? You don't know what this man is doing. So you dragging me into some shit that I don't even know about. But then because you so pissed off with him, yesterday you finally decided to tell me who this female is, and now you want me to accept her. I don't have to accept anybody's shit. I don't even have to accept the shit that you're doing. But don't leave me in the dark and think that I'm gonna be like, yeah, whoop de whoop, we or no, I cannot do that. I'm in a different stage in life. The shit I did 15 years ago is not the shit I'm doing 15 years later. I'm sorry, like I just can't be that friend. Like I can't lie for you. Especially when she's one of the main people talking about, oh, black men don't do this and black men don't do that. So if black men ain't doing this and black men ain't doing that, then you should not be out here doing black girl magic shit, right? It so you making it okay because she a female and not a dude? What is the difference? There's no real difference. Cheating is cheating. Whether you humping on a girl or humping on a boy. Cheating is cheating.
That is very true. I do agree with that. But I think that goes into just again, just kind of keeping your distance and staying in your own lane because you can preach to the choir for years and sometimes it's like oil and water. Some get it, some don't.
Mhm.
But I think
Because
that
it's like, why stress yourself out? Like you're thinking of okay, like okay, I'm your friend. To me, I'll be honest. The partner I'm with is a reflection of me. My friends are a reflection of me. Yeah, some people are like, oh, that's not true. That's not true. But at some point,
It is.
it is true.
it
It's true.
is.
Like, okay. And then you're like, okay, well, damn, if they see me hanging out with her or him and this is what they known for, of course, whoever you around gonna be like, oh, I know what they about. And they gonna try you regardless. And it just don't matter, you know? So you got to kind of learn to kind of separate yourself from certain scenarios and situations because again, if that goes against your integrity, your morals, why are you even in the mix?
But the fact that she said to me, oh, he was wondering why you kept hanging up. He knew why the fuck I kept hanging up. You knew why the fuck I kept hanging up. He was just trying
Somebody
to
gotta
play on
say
your
it.
mental.
So
Sometimes you gotta
Sadar,
say it.
let
Yes.
me see this real quick. Cause I'm trying to see like I understand that I know you're venting and stuff though, but it's like every time I do hear every time she kind of give you some type of advice though, you like but you throwing that but in there a lot though.
Yeah, no, you know I
But
hate that.
I know I can understand what you're going through though because I hear it because you're saying like dang 20 years that is something though, and I understand. So it's like I think overall, and I know it's not going you can't just get over a situation like that fast or whatever because of what happened. You said it just happened what today, right? Or yesterday?
Today was the day that her husband called. I didn't find out that this chick was her side chick until yesterday. She had me hanging around this chick for about 5 to 6 weeks. 5 to 6 weeks. And I'm thinking she just like, so I thought she was somebody she met at work. She got cool, she got acquainted with somebody at work. Now she got somebody she could be at work with and just kick it with. But then when I find out the whole life story and all of this, like, why did you drag me into this? And the fact that I'm talking about the dragon is because one, your husband was calling today to even verify that you was here yesterday. But see, the thing is, I didn't want to get on the phone with him, and then he start talking about other days. And other times she used me as an excuse. You understand what I'm saying? So I felt
Well,
like at
see,
that,
y'all might not have enough communication because you either got to go in or you can't have one foot in and one foot out. If she know you're not gonna be the one to be holding it down and helping her out in scenarios, that got to be known. Yeah, y'all got to let it know. Like I tell my friends right off the bat, look, I'm not gonna do this with you. Nobody's gonna come looking for you over here. You don't put me in no passionate situations. I'm not trying to be there because I've been, like I said, I've been in situations where it went left, lives was lost. Like I don't want to be nowhere near the situation. You got to have communication to the T. Even if you think that like, oh, I don't need to tell them that much details, but sometimes you do because not everybody got common sense and not common sense is not common. So even though you like, why are you ask yourself like, why are you bringing me into this? She's thinking, well, that's my homegirl. She my homie. She got me. And it see that there's miscommunication between the friendship. You know what I mean? Like you either be nosy out of the way, or you ain't nosy at all. You can't really, be black or gray. It's like is there's no fine line between it, if that makes sense.
no, I understand that. I just feel like as a first of all, as a human being, I know what it feels like to be cheated on. So
Hmm.
cheating is not something that I'm gonna be kumbaya with. That's number one.
I agree.
Number two is I was a part of your wedding when you got married to this man. Every event that you have, I'm smiling in this man's face. I'm doing all that. I get it that you unhappy, friend. I understand. But what I said to her was have a conversation with him. Have that.
Maybe it's her then. It's not really him. It's a her thing. Her like
And this is
her.
what I'm saying. This is
It
basically
sounds like you trying to make sense out of what don't make sense though, and it's like, and you hurting yourself. I can hear it right now. It's like you hurting yourself trying to make some sense out of what don't. And I believe, and I know that you know the answers though, but it's like you just right in shock mode right now because of what just happened. Because it's
I'm
like
hurt.
the more you keep thinking about it, is the more you're gonna hurt yourself on that situation because you getting hit from an angle you have probably never got hit before with
Never.
because you wanted to be because you wanted her to see
You are a
herself, but
good
she not
friend,
ready to
yeah.
see herself right now, and you've kind of
Hmm.
and now kind of I ain't gonna say backfired, but it was just something that the thing is, like I said, at the end of that's why I said what's going to really happen is like either she gonna realize something about herself and what you were doing for her and come back, but or otherwise she just the only way she gonna come back is if you continue to pander the situation and you make it seem like you the one in wrong, and then she gonna be like, okay, now we can be best friends. Now I don't think you want to be in a situation like that. So only way that can really happen is for her to see herself and really see what type of real friend you were, because I'm pretty sure she can notice. Or if you want to explain it to her again and call her or be the bigger person, like, hey, at the end of the day, I meant well for you. If she can't accept that, then it is what it is. She just, I mean, she ain't the friend meant for you. I mean, people come and go in our life anyway, regardless. I mean, that's just the harsh truth. But it's like you're beating yourself up more than what she doing out of that situation. And if she really did care, she'll probably either contact with you or try to have some type of conversation with. Just like you said, y'all dang near 40 years old, and y'all can't have a freaking conversation about what happened. Then she really she you can't. I mean, y'all wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the hardest thing. But I wouldn't sit here and beat myself up for so many days, even though I know y'all been through a lot. It's been 20 years and stuff. You know, I would say like all this energy, you really need to focus this on her because otherwise it's just you hurting yourself more than anything right now because you're trying to make sense out of what don't make sense.
I just
You know what I'm
wanted to
saying? And you know what makes sense though. You do know.
I just wanted to vent to somebody
Yeah, I
because
understand that. I do understand that though. But I'm hearing even in the event, it sounds like you. you hurt yourself more the more you keep trying to think about it and hurting your own head too. Trying to like, man, I don't
I
understand this.
can't
Like,
do it. Kev, I was at work, like, why the
hmm
fuck would she put me? And every question is, why you putting me in? You putting me in a situation where you was the person I ran to when I got cheated on and I cried and I broke down. That's where I was coming from. You get what I'm
hmm
saying? That
yeah,
that hurt place where I know what it's like to feel cheated on. I broke down, I cried, I did all of this shit to you. So to me, this is like what you call it? Deja vu?
hmm
Come
when
on.
you empathizing, that's all it is. Yeah, I can feel it.
And it don't have nothing to do with her husband though. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like you shouldn't have even put him on the phone with me. Because if I'm your friend, you know I'm gonna hold you down, but you know I'm not gonna just like I can't. I can't. And it fucked me up all day at work today that I had to tell somebody. Because I'm like, yo, why you put me in a situation like this?
Yeah, like I said, off my point of view, I don't think what you did it was wrong at all. It was something that was necessary. It had to happen because if I feel like a closed mouth would have had it in a deeper situation, and you wouldn't have been a real friend if you couldn't speak on it. Like I said, overall, I would say if she is a real one and them 20 years meant something to her, you should be able to go talk to her just like how you talking to us. But I would say give it some time or whatever, and then explain to her the whole situation. Because is either she gonna try to build some understanding with so called real friend or she's not. I mean, and it is what it is. And then that's just I guess that's will be like a life lesson. Some of that stuff do come at us hard though. That's what it is. And a lot of us that had to went through things like that. And that's just, I mean, with family or friends, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you made a good decision to speak up about something that people be staying quiet on. So I think if she gonna see you through, she gonna see you through. So
But then it was the sneak jabs after that. The sneak jabs, like, oh, you think you better because you went to school. It gotta like, what was all of that about?
She was never your friend.
What was that?
Pe-
And I said
People
that, like,
people
what was
keep you
that
close
about?
enough just to watch and envy you, but don't want you to be too far to where they can't watch and envy you. Does that make sense? And I always tell myself, I'm my friend before I'm anybody's friend. So if I gotta go against the
Dari,
grain
hold on real
against
quick.
me,
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure.
So she said, right? This is what she said. Let me get my other phone. I'm gonna read you the post that she posted on Facebook. And I went under the post and I was like, it ain't about friends at this moment. It's about what's real and what's fake. Hold on, let me tell you exactly what she posted. What's the purpose of having friends? Quote, she put the quotation mark, friends. Friends, how many of us have them? No matter what the situation is, I'm going to always hold my friends down. Love is love. So you went on Facebook where we all share mutual friends and not five friends. We got about 300 mutual friends. What was the purpose of you saying that? And then the fact that the mutual friends is still the friends that we went out with that same night. The first night when we went bowling. It was about 12 of us. So out of 12, I want to say a good 6 or 7 of them knew what was going on. I don't know what's going on. Because you already know that cheating shit is not for me. It don't have nothing to do with a degree. When I was cheated on, Kev, I was hurt. Not only was I cheated on, I was cheated on and this man had a baby. And the baby birthday is 2 days before mine. Do you know where that shit put me at? And I cried to her for like 3 weeks straight. So now that the tables has turned and you're doing the cheating, how do you want me to look at that situation? Just because he a man, you don't think he gonna hurt? Just because he a man, you don't think he got feelings? But because he a man, he may take that shit differently. He may handle the situation differently. But this is why men end up in prison behind some shit that a woman has done. Because sometimes women don't think before they act. Because that one action can give him a reaction that can take her whole soul. I don't want to be witness to that shit. But you done dragged me into some shit that I don't even want to be dragged in. I get it. Y'all grew apart. But I asked her last night, like, what are y'all doing to fix it? She straight up told me, I don't want to fix it. So I said to her, if you don't want to fix it, right? Why not just tell him, I don't want to fix it. I want us to go our separate ways. But a piece of her is holding on. But how much of that piece of you is really holding on? And that little piece, I think, is that narcissistic piece.
Sometimes it be financial. Sometimes they don't want to let go because that person provides for
She
them.
the financial. She's the financial. She is the financial person.
Oh, well
She the breadwinner. So here it is. I think it's that piece of her that narcissistic piece. I want to see you do good, but not without me. It's okay for me to be out here doing me, but you can't do you. But you know, I've been in a situation like that. Why would you even want me to relive some shit like that? That's how I'm looking at it. I feel like she dug up the trauma that I have been healing from. I'm not 100% healed from it, but shit, I'm not 20%. I'm about 84%. But I feel like you want me to relive that shit through you and through him. That's why I hung up the phone. I can't be out here trauma bonding for some shit that I'm out here trying to heal from. And I'm listening to everything all y'all have to say. And I'm not negating nobody. I'm not trying to give nobody pushback. I just want to know why the fuck did she put me in this situation? Why did she think that I was that friend? To me, I would never have done that to a friend that has been cheated on.
that's why I mentioned you gotta get in the gritty with people. Like I used to always get mad because my mom was very like blunt. She's always like straightforward, but then again, she would always be like, "Well, I need to know X, Y, and Z to do A, B, and C." I never understood that, but now you have to tell people because you never know their intentions, so you gotta protect yourself before anybody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And there's some things like we think this person is one way, but you know what? Behind closed doors, ain't no telling what they about.
You're
You
right.
would have
And
you would have
you
never thought that. You would have been like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you like that?" Like, you want to cover up the old you or the old them, and you'll hold on to something and be like, "Oh, this is what you're cherishing," but you guys are outgrowing our spaces. You know what I mean?
I think that when I tell people and I gotta live in my own shit, y'all, for real. Like I tell people that when you grow, everybody can't go. I think that I probably been outgrew her, but I was in denial.
You do. You do. Everybody does. That's normal, and it's especially if your friendship's old. Like in my case, like that was my friend since like seventh grade. I'm 30. We fell off over me telling the truth. But then again, we really fell off because I wasn't minding my business. You know what I mean? Even though I accepted whatever space she was in, and she accepted whatever space I was in, genuinely, if she didn't want to leave that man, she wasn't going to leave that man. And I had to learn, if that was a lesson for me to learn how to mind my business, that was the best lesson I've ever learned.
I thank y'all for listening to me vent, but because this shit is like it's mind boggling. I feel like I'm living in my trauma all over again. And it's not even the fact that I'm living in my trauma. I just feel like the way black women talk about black men and all of these, and black men hate black women, and then I'm seeing shit like this, like then I'm like, damn, I gotta start re-questioning myself. Do black men really hate black women? Or are black women getting bored with a black man and don't even know how to spark their relationship back up?
Bad people are bad people. Good people are good people. No label, no color, no gender. There's good and bad. We got to stop labeling black, white, whatever. I don't know TikTok politics, but we just got to stop putting a label on everything because that's boxing everybody in. So when somebody does feel away, we got to kick them out their box, and then they got to go find a new box. You get what I'm saying? So you got to kind of leave stuff on the field, leave it on the playground. That's that. You take whatever you got to take from whatever lesson around you, and you go with that. But as soon as you keep putting a label on it, then that's kind of when you start looking into your history, your family. You start looking at people differently. And then it's
Right
like
back now. I
maybe
gotta go
maybe that
downstairs.
maybe
I
that's really how black people are, and it's not really like that. That's just how that person is. You know what I mean?
I'll be right back, y'all. Let me go downstairs and meet UPS and get my package. I'll be right back.
I mean, I honestly think, nah, I agree. I kind of see it from both sides, though. I feel like part of it has to do with, black people, certain black people, and then a lot of it has to do with, uh, I don't know, that's kind of tough, but
I think it's trauma.
yeah.
Maybe I haven't experienced anything crazy in my life, in this life. But I guess those who have experienced crazy things, they do come from a different place. But when you talk to someone who's genuinely never experienced something, they're coming from a sound place. You know what I mean? They don't really have no reason to go against the grain with anybody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so take my situation, for example, right? So, well, not my situation, but like me, what I've been through, right? So, in my past life, okay, perfect example. So, I ain't talked to my moms in, shit. I ain't talked to my mom in years. Let's just say that my daughter is 7 now. I ain't talked to her in like five-ish years, maybe. And the reason why I ain't talked to my mom is because she disrespected my spouse, right? Long story short, she told my girl that, hey, we told him, talking about me, we told him not to bring hoes around his daughter. And I wasn't down there at the time, so I didn't hear the story. But this is what I heard from my girl. And when my girl told me the story, I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, for real?
Does your girl and your mom have a somewhat of a good relationship, or it's
No,
always been rocky?
no. That was their not, I wouldn't say first interaction, but that was kind of like building the foundation type situation. So, you know, me personally, I'm to the point where I'm grown. I don't have to rush home to introduce you to mommy or whatever. But, when it came to a certain point of you, your first initial reaction is to say something disrespectful to my spouse, we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I feel like that is because I grew up where you don't ever disrespect the person your mom was dating or the person your parents date. You just don't disrespect them because you don't know them like that, you know? So, and when we talk about accountability, I hold, if nobody else, my parents, my mama, my daddy, I ain't talked to my dad in forever either. But if nobody else, I hold them to the utmost highest standard because, they taught me what I shouldn't do. So, and when I've explained the story to other people in my family, when they ask me how come I don't talk to my mom, that's one reason why. So when they ask me that question, I'm like, bro, first of all, no, you're not gonna do that. First of all, you're not gonna disrespect anybody that I'm dealing with, especially my spouse. And then when I come call you out on it, you're not gonna get defensive and say, "Oh, well, no, 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 bro." You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand about holding each other accountable because, like, people need to be held accountable for the stuff they do. People go and do stuff like everything's all copacetic, everything's all good, and it's not.
Right, sweep it under the rug. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's definitely now.
Like, nah, bro. And then I hear this excuse all the time. And let me know if you heard this. But that's still your mom. I don't care. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's you, my mama. I don't care if you my best friend's cousin. I don't give a damn if you. I don't care who you are, who you think you are. Right is like she said. Right is right and wrong is wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm supposed to just, it's okay because she my mama? Hell nah. If anything, she should know better. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. That's just how it is. Like, I'm not finna let you slide just because, nah, bro. So I feel like, yes, part of me feels like it is black people because black people, all we do, the majority of us, and Kev, are you there? Is Kev right there? Mm. Well, I feel like a majority of black people tear each other down. You feel me? That's just how I see it. Because that's all they know how to do. That's all they do with each other. You know what I'm saying? They tear each other down. I feel like black people are the biggest crab in the barrel type of people because it's like they all envious of each other. Like, oh, he doing this. Oh, he got that little job. Oh, he doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. Like, why are you doing that? Or if my homeboy, like if my homeboy start a business, I might not, I might not like what he's selling. I might not, but I'm gonna help him out. I'm gonna support. I'm gonna share it because there might be somebody out there who need what he got. But there's been a lot of times where people are like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do that shit, and that's kind of fucked up. So I see where she coming from. You know, people definitely do need to be held accountable for the stuff that they do. People do need to be held accountable for the people that they are. You know, people do need to be checked, so to speak, because it's like, bro, you're not finna be like this and be in my circle. Like, nah, bro, that's not what we're about to do. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree because I grew up not my mom. She's mean, like she's a mean little Mexican lady. So my dad's black, so any chance she kind of got to be mean, she kind of took it, took any opportunity and ran with it. But that didn't change who I was as a person. Like I was always emotionally intelligent to kind of steer from that. But when people are like in a hurt mentality or a hurt phase in their life where they haven't forgave themselves, they're not going to forgive others, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I never really kind of held my mom like what's the word? I didn't really hold it against my mom. Like that's you as a person. You choose who, and I tell it like it is. You choose to lay down with who you lay down with. If this is the person, if this is the outcome of it, then you made your bed, lay in it.
Yeah.
But you do have to hold people accountable. And I think what's going on with the world now, it's kind of tilting at an axle to where people are scared of the fact that even if it's they have to live their truth basically because somebody's not going to let it go unnoticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
That's a fact.
yeah, that's definitely true. Like you not finna, nah, bro. That's I believe that one wholeheartedly. What's up, Miss Andrea? How you doing?
I'm a little effed up, but I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just sleep this one off, and hopefully it could come back to the round table and I could talk to her again. But at this moment, I'm not ready to talk to her. Like, there's not a conversation her and I can have.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you, for certain situations, I think you should put me on. Give me a choice. That's like me meeting a dude today, and he telling me he don't have a girl, and but he want me to be his girl. Then he put me in in an awkward situation, and now I'm supposed to be like, yeah, okay, nah, I'm not okay with that.
Nah, yeah, I understand. I heard what I heard the story what you was saying, and to be honest with you, I don't think I would have handled that situation any different because number one, you know, after listening to what you went through and you expressing that to her, it's like, but bro, why? If you seen what I went through, why would you put somebody through that? You know what I'm saying? Especially me try to cover for you because you know you like you said, you came to her, you cried to her about a situation that you was in, and almost identical situation. She's putting somebody else through, and she wants you to cover for her. Like, nah, bro, nah, bro.
Nothing bothered me more until she said to me, I think I'm better, or I started acting different when I got a degree. But what the hell did degree got to do with the price of tea in China? So my thing is,
Real quick, hold on. Remember, I was just a few seconds ago. Didn't I say it? Envious. People try to throw that shit in there.
yeah, but top tier said that too, right? So my
Yeah.
thing is, I just feel like it was something that you always wanted to say,
You just never got a position
and
to
you
say
never
it.
got a chance to say it. So now that you done put me in an awkward situation, my like I'm not. I don't. What do you want me to say to your husband? So I feel like you begged the whole crew to accept him
Yeah.
because when we was growing up, we never fucked with him. We didn't fuck with him. She fucked with him, but because she was our friend and she married him, we fucked with him.
Yeah.
He's at every function she has. We fuck with him. So now you want me to sit in this man's face 20 years later. I'm about to be 39. She be 40. 20 years later, you want me to sit here and bold-faced lie in this man's face? Like, she was at my house last night. But see, when you answer one question, comes another question, comes another question. And this is not 50 Cent 21 questions. I'm not about to answer 21 questions to and be getting caught up in lies that I don't even,
That's
again,
my shit.
how many times have you told this man that you were here? Right? How many times have he been parked in an unmarked car? Because now that he got a job, he worked for the car rental spot, which means he can drive any car home he wants to. How many times this man has been in an unmarked car parked by my house that I have not been paying attention to because I'm not looking for nothing in the street
All
when
right.
I'm walking out?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't, I don't think she's thinking. But then when she said to me last night, oh, when they say when it's fresh, everything is all good. I said, that's a relationship. When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's terrible. But
Yeah.
that's a relationship.
That's every situation.
I don't care what kind of relationship with it is. What if you and your homeboy, y'all got a broship? Me and my homegirl, we got a sis ship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Anything that's tied into a relationship when it's good is great, when it's bad is terrible.
Oh yeah.
But you as the adult have to do what? Work through it.
Only way you're gonna get through it is to get through it. Nah, people don't understand that. And remember this conversation we had? I forgot what last time we had this conversation on live, and we said we was talking about accountability, and I think you had asked me a question about how come I forgot the question that you asked me, but it was about the same thing, and I'm just like, nah, bro, right or wrong, homie or not, man or female, I feel like you, nah, bro, I need to check you behind some shit. Like, I need to check you behind some shit because
I
number
think it
one,
was how is okay for you to check your homeboy behind the closed doors, but you want us to check our homegirls right then and there.
yeah, like me, nah, bro. I'm nah, bro. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like you, you're not about to do that. You're not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people with the friendship shit, they think, oh, just because we friends, we supposed to lie for 'em. No, because
I
now
feel
you
like
jeopardizing
respect
my
goes a long way
character,
though.
huh?
Respect goes like both ways. You gotta respect your friend yourself, you, to kind of get that out of other people. Because some people don't respect themselves, so they kind of gone with the wind.
Right
Yeah.
now, sis, I don't think she respect herself, and I'm only saying that because when you can make a statement to me like like right now she in the honeymoon stage, but you in the honeymoon stage with a husband. I'd rather you let him go.
But what's funny is if the tables were turned, right? If the
Mm-hmm.
tables were turned,
Go ahead
and
and say it.
if the tables were turned and Buddy did that to her, how would she do it? How would she?
Exactly how I felt when it happened to me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean to be rude, but she, if the tables were turned, he be all types of. See, this is why men ain't shit. This is why. This is why there ain't no good men in the world. A whole bunch of shit will come out. There ain't
But
no good.
she's the main one. What I'm trying to say to you, Eric, is that she's the main one. Well, like a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, it was the girl didn't come. She didn't show up. We were sitting at the table. We had went bowling, not bowling. We went to shoot pool. So it's this pool hall that we go to in New York City.
Yeah,
Um, After you finish shooting your shots, you could sit down. It's like it's a bar.
yeah,
So we had a table, and it was like six of us there, and she was the main one because I think Kev was talking about something on his live, and I was in the live. I didn't come up on a panel, but I was in the live, and they listening, and you had a female on a panel like, oh, because men do X, Y, and Z, and they create broken homes and all this stuff, and I'm like, and she was agreeing with it, and I'm like, but how do men create broken homes? She like, are you with your daughter father? And I said, no, but you have to understand that we literally grew apart. We was together since we were
But some
14.
some people are pick me people too. Like they jump in the group and they're like,
yes.
yeah, 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 like just to kind of sound appealing or appeasing to somebody. But people that are like that, they don't they're not in tune with themselves. You can push them left and right, they ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Let me tell y'all something. The hardest thing I ever had to do was go through my healing journey, and I talk about it all the time. Right when I thought I was doing good, I got knocked. When I took five
Hmm.
steps forward, I got knocked back down 10 steps. Right, and I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up. But then it was, I would lay in my bed like I can't give up because I got a kid. What am I teaching her? So the next day I got back up and I made sure that I beat those 10 steps, that I got knocked back down, and I was back at 5, but this time I was back at 8. So when I got knocked back down, I wasn't knocked back down another 10. I was knocked back down by 2, where I
Yeah.
was able to, um, redeem myself and get back up to 15. And then I was only knocked down 1. You get what I'm saying? So when I tell people the healing journey is not the easiest journey, it's the hardest journey in the world, because you start fighting that battle between your mind and your heart. Ooh, I don't want nobody to ever go through that, because that battle between your mind and your heart, that's one of those battles where it would drive you crazy. It will drive you to drink. It will drive you to do all types of shit that you don't even know you doing, because that battle between your mind and your heart, that's one serious battle.
Oh yeah, it is.
That shit on nobody.
Like, yes, that is a whole different type of battle. I went through that battle. I, w- I
You
went
mean
through
you
that
mean your
battle.
mom and your partner, like a
No, your
relationship?
mind and your heart. The battle between your
Oh, your
mind
mind. Oh, I'm sorry.
and your heart.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
that's
agree.
a that's a whole different type of battle right there. That's a whole different type of battle.
I
Like,
don't wish that battle on nobody, because the moment when your brain and your heart start fighting, you want to listen to your mind, because your mind telling you to move on, but your heart telling you you can't because you stuck. That's a battle that make you lose sleep. It make you lose weight. It make you do. You be walking around here like a
You made
goddamn
me gain
zombie.
weight.
Oh, some people would make gain weight, but
Yeah.
you be really walking
You
around like a
crazy.
zombie.
yeah, yeah. Like, ew, that'll that type of that type of battle will change somebody.
And if
Legitly change somebody.
you learn from the battle, it'll change you for the better, right?
Yeah,
Changing for the better is always a healthy thing.
always.
I just wish that she didn't use my degree. Like, I had got that. When I got my degree, when I went back to school, I was at my hurt. I was hurt. I was hurt because this man had a baby. He was having a baby. And then to find out, he was so excited to call me June 3rd. My birthday is June 5th. He was so excited to call me June 3rd, telling me he had that baby.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
And I was in the middle of school. I think I missed a whole week of school. Almost failed that class. Almost failed those classes because I was so hurt. My heart was so broken.
Yeah,
Like, you took 11 years out of my life, and you telling me you having a baby? But not only are you having a baby, but you having a baby with a chick that lived with a mother.
That's a Mary J. Blige shit right there.
It was a control thing. I think, like, it was a control thing. He had and the baby is beautiful, and I just had to disassociate myself with his family after once December, like my daughter last birthday party. I had to disassociate myself from his family. I won't be inviting them to nothing else. Um, but I had to disassociate myself from his family, and they taking it personal, but it's not. But it was a part of my healing journey. Like, my psychologist was like, I know you love them, but how can you move on if you still around them? And you know, like, she was making some good pointers.
yeah.
Tanzee. Tansy be having the most peaceful lives, y'all. She be causing havoc all through these TikTok streets, but her lives are so peaceful. You can't even come in there and say one curse.
Oh my God. I came to say sorry to Lap because Lap is mad at me.
Oh, what you did to him?
He did it to me and he's mad.
Why he came up on your panel? He was saying
No, no. He had a different belief system, and I told him he was on the wrong side. He got hurt, so I just came up here to give him some love. He ain't talking to me though.
Tanzee, you must have was on your live and he said some shit that you say on his live on your live and you ain't like it.
No, I was on somebody else's live, and he was on somebody else's live.
No. Right.
But I'm just gonna answer the question. I'm gonna be a good girl.
Yeah, she said I'm gonna be a good girl.
No, I mean say the whole full thing. What you say?
I said that you were on the wrong side, brother.
No. So the
What
thing is,
else?
right, and my thing is like I don't got nothing against nobody for real though, but my thing is, and I understand we gonna have times we gonna disagree and all that, right? But I don't like that. I don't like that because I ain't never did that to you, right? And I understand everybody going through their things and stuff, but it's like when you put a little stigma or try to basically destroy somebody's reputation. And I could have sworn we was a little bit better than that though, but I don't know. I know when you get your feelings hurt, you go to the max. And then you try to paint my cousin out to be something because y'all was not hearing what he was saying.
Oh,
I can
that's
care
your
less of what y'all
cousin.
think about me though, but like when it comes to my family, I don't like that though.
That's your
But the thing
cousin.
is, I'm letting you know that he's not speaking from that point of view. Because why would I even take up for a situation that all the stuff I talk about, right? I'm gonna take up for somebody that's representing for a freaking child abuse or something like that.
That's not what
So
I was saying. And first of all, I didn't know that was your cousin. And see, now you're hitting me because you knew that was your biological cousin, and he done said something twisted, and then I got in his ass, and you took offense from it. And this,
nah, I
and I
never
already
said
told you.
anything twisted.
Oh, that's you down there. Yes, you. Oh, I didn't know that you guys are related. And see, you guys try to fuck me up just because I had to tell you what you said was wrong. The way you were saying it, brother, was wrong.
See, that's the thing. I have no problem with saying like, okay, I said something wrong. The thing was you wasn't listening, and then you started trying to make this accusation of, oh, you trying to justify this. First off, I have 3 kids. I have two with one on the way, and I'm currently fighting to get my son from a abusive home. So while you started making all those accusations, that's why I started laughing at you. If you know who I am, then you would know I don't stand for that. But you wasn't listening. You was listening to respond, and the one little word was said that triggered you, and you wanted to go and respond and go on this rant and try to paint me as some I don't even know because
I didn't paint you
you
as
was just
anything. I
you
was
did.
saying your point of view was wrong. I didn't say you as a person would do any of the things that we were talking about on that
You
panel.
said you did. You say
I
that. You said that.
No, this is first of all, and then there's no need for you to be banana people, right? Because you said something, and we were talking about, you know what we were talking about. I don't even want to say it, but we were talking about the little ones, right? So all I said is there's no justification, and I gave you a scenario, a real case that happened with an older guy who who whacked his son, his 4-year-old son, in the stomach and said he was teaching him how to be a man, and he unalived his son. So I was using that as a reference point, and I don't care if he did it by accident. He should never put his hands on his child like that, trying to teach him how to be something, and then ended up unalive. And I don't care if he was sorry about it. You don't do that to kids. Because even though we're adults, we don't want that to happen to us. Thankfully, we survived our parents. We don't want parents overcorrecting to the point where they make a mistake and unalive their children. That was my point. You saying that sometimes it's an accident makes it sound like you're trying to say someone should be given grace because they made that
No,
mistake.
I never said that.
I didn't say
I
you
never
did say that.
said giving grace. I never
I'm
said it was
saying that for
okay.
myself. You
I
see,
said
This is what I'm
Okay,
saying though.
I
I
I
didn't say you
listened to
did
you.
say
I
that.
listened to you. So what I said was, do you think that one mistake in somebody's life should have them crucified for their entire life? And
And
then
I,
you said, "Oh, you're justifying something." I said, "No. I'm stating the fact that mistakes happen because things happen all the time.
and I'm
I'm not
saying I'm not giving anybody grace for that with a child. That's what I
That's
said.
not giving grace. What I'm saying is, you telling me that nobody can ever change and that you are held to the standards of your one mistake, no matter when it happened in your life. That is what I was asking you. And you tried to crucify
I
me.
didn't crucify you. I would not,
Oh,
and you're
you
taking
got
it
it. You
personally.
got it. Nah,
I was
but
saying
first
that
off, I
that
have kids,
person.
so of course I'm going
I don't
to
know
feel a
your
little bit
situation.
more passionate
But
about
I
it.
have
But
kids too, so I feel passionate just like you do. What I said is if someone makes a mistake like that, that you can't bring that baby back. So no, I'm not going to give that person. You make a mistake and you do something silly like trying to teach my 4 year old, and I'm not saying you. When I say you, I don't mean you personally. If a person tried to take a 4 year old and try to teach him how to be a man and sock him in the stomach and unalive him, even though it was an accident, still you need to go underneath the jail. That's my
do
personal
you know
feeling.
how many kids in America is unalived by their siblings from playing?
And
So do that mean
we're
no,
not talking
no,
about
no,
siblings.
no,
Now you're moving
no,
the goalposts.
no, I'm not because these siblings be 13, 14, 15, whatever age. Do that mean they should be crucified for the
They
rest of
still
their life?
listen. They still go to prison. I'm
All
sorry, they
right.
do.
And if that's your
It's not
outlook, I
my
was cool with
opinion.
that.
It's not my opinion. It's a fact. That's what happens when
No, it's
you.
not
eh,
because you go to prison and you get out. Why? Because they
Yeah,
think you have
but it's
served
but it
enough
still
time.
follows you for the rest of your life that you unalive. Do you think people who unalive people should be forgiven? That is like a that's some. It takes a certain person to unalive somebody. Do you understand that?
Yes, well, like yes, I do. I know how serious it is. I done lost probably more friends than you have. Most people, I'm gonna just say most people
Listen,
has lost
I
in the
lost my
last two, three
27-year-old
years.
son. Listen, I lost my 27-year-old son and I lost my 4-year-old grandson. Don't you can't I'm not even taking this personal. I'm just saying.
But you are. That's
No,
why.
I'm
Now
not.
it makes
You just
sense
said
on
that
why
no,
you
you just said
did
that
so
you lost a
much.
lot of people and you said that I don't
No,
have
it
that
and I'm
experience.
saying it makes sense now why you
No, no, no,
taking
no,
it
no, no,
so
no, no.
personal.
You
Yeah, it
said
do
you
make
were
sense though.
taking it.
Yeah,
You said you were
Yeah, I
taking
ain't
it
know that.
personal.
I ain't know that story though, but I guess it
right.
makes sense though.
No, 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 no. He said
But I'm
he
gonna
was
put it
taking
this
it.
way: it's people
No,
that
he said
actually,
that I wouldn't know because I didn't
but
lose
it sounds like
anybody
it's
else
something you
in my
still
life.
haven't healed from. So I can hear
No,
it just the
listen, I
way. That's
already
the reason.
healed
So it
from it.
makes
I
sense
can
though.
talk about. You hear me
Yeah,
crying? Do you hear me
That
crying?
don't mean that though.
Energy,
But just
people
energy
cry
off
in
of
lasts
the
different
forever.
ways.
no, you're right. You
Listen,
don't have to speak it in that way.
first
It's
of all,
just the fact that you don't even know what the art of forgiveness is. You don't.
listen. No, I don't. Not when it comes to children.
Exactly
But
right. And me myself, I have conditioned myself to forgive everybody though. I don't think the
not
thing
for
is
children.
we can't make it seem like because you don't know how to forgive that everybody else. And
I'm
that's why
not gonna forgive any.
my one prompt right
What
here though. Does it make another person bad because they choose to forgive someone and you don't? I feel
I
like
never said that. I never
no, I'm
said your cousin
asking.
was
I'm
bad.
asking that.
You can forgive your cousin if you want, because that's your
No,
blood.
I'm
Just
asking
like
you in general. In general, right? Just
I
answer that
don't need
prompt for me.
forgiveness because one, I am a righteous man. I am a man who stands for something.
okay, so if
So
you
I wouldn't
forgive,
need
that's what's up.
forgiveness from you. I am not God. I am human. I make
I'm not
mistakes
trying
and
to
I'm fine
judge
with that.
you. Do you
But you
understand? I'm not.
are.
Listen, you're taking it personally now. I'm
No,
not
not at
trying to judge
all.
you.
I'm just responding to you.
I'm
So
saying from
think
my.
about if you made a mistake right one day, since you claim every human's supposed to know what they supposed to know at whatever. Say if you made a mistake and somebody just demonized you for the rest of your life, how'd you feel?
If I unalive one of my children, I deserve it.
Okay, then, but I'm 100% sure at one point when you make a change in your life, you will hope people give you grace because you're not that person all the time. You might have made a mistake, but you ain't that person all the time. And that's his whole point.
And my
You only
whole
saying that because you're not putting this thing that every woman be saying, I got empathy. If you had empathy, you
I
can
don't
understand, you
have
will
it.
put yourself in another person's shoes and be like, you know what? I believe somebody can change and they got to show by action.
Kevin, you already know that I don't have empathy when it
And,
comes to
and
certain
that's it
things.
right there, right? But
No, when
that's
it
why
comes
we
to
can't,
when
that's why I'm saying you lack empathy. That don't mean everybody else don't. You can't demonize, well, you can, right? But I'm just trying to give you another point of view that because you lack empathy, that don't mean everybody else do too
we're,
because of
we're,
you.
we're talking about children, okay?
Okay, right. I mean, it is what it is, though. It is what it is, though. My thing is, people have changed. Even that dude that they let up, it's obvious he's trying his best to give back to the community because he made a very bad mistake when he was when he was young. A lot of people made stupid decisions when they was young and made a change.
But we're talking about adults. We're not talking about young people
Okay,
who
he
make
was a young
mistakes.
adult and made a dumb decision, ended up serving prison, and changed his whole freaking life around. And he's trying to give back to the youth in some type of way, to just to show that he's a new man. He trying to get men to not be like him. That's another thing.
Okay.
So it's like, what more? The thing is, and that's why I understand why my man he do that. He go to and even though I ain't like some of the stuff he was saying though, he like if you don't accept me, it is what it is, and that's what I be trying to teach people in general though. Like if you have friends, just like even her Sadari's story. If you have people, and this is what you got to build yourself to, because the reality that we don't always get the things we want. But if people can't accept you how you are, especially where you at, it is what it. You just gotta move on. You can't please everybody. You can't.
But I
So it's like that's the reason why I speak how I speak on this app because I'm either gonna make friends or I'm gonna lose friends, and it is what it is. Y'all don't make my life. You see what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and cry no pillow all day because I lost a freaking friend. Evidently, you ain't want to stick around and understand where I'm coming from, and I can't be around a person that ain't trying to understand me.
Yeah, but just because someone don't agree, and just because I have listen, I was a director at a daycare, and not only that, but I also work at a as a behavioral therapist at an overnight program. So a lot of kids have been unfortunately mistreated. So, no, I don't forgive their parents for the things that they have done to their children because I had to take care of them while they were, in order for them to heal. And some of them did not heal. Some of them grew up to be adults and um, couldn't, um, couldn't deal with what happened to them as a child. So they ended up unaliving themselves as an
Mhm.
adult. So I'm sorry if you guys think I need to have grace for these
You
adults.
don't have to. That's your choice.
Okay, that's what's up.
But I think,
But
like I said, the
but
only
but
problem
Kevin,
is
but
you demonizing somebody else
I
because they
didn't
choose to have
demonize
empathy.
anyone. We were talking on a subject, and to banana someone just because of my opinion is not okay either.
What is it? What you mean
Who
by that?
banana? Right.
Yeah, you know you did that, cousin.
Who?
What?
Yeah, your
I
cousin
don't
bananaed me.
no I don't I don't even know how to work this app. I just started getting on here.
Okay.
So
Who?
what are you talking? I don't even know what the
Yeah,
hell
I'm
banana
sure.
No,
means.
I'm sure.
no. Remember what you call it? Blocked both of us, and that was her. It was her mom that blocked us out by mistake, I guess, because she thought she was blocking us from off her page, and she blocked us out her room. So I mean, ain't nobody banana nobody. And then I came back in my backup, and you was in there too with the other.
Yeah, because I had to handle that false violation. But that's what's up. The
Oh,
thing
so
is,
you got reported?
by only one person, everybody else agreed with me.
No, I said. No, I'm
What?
saying, did you get reported? 'Cause I don't know why
First
you
off,
said banana.
stop trying to make
I'm
accusations
not
with
making
no
no
backing.
accusation. I'm saying I was. That's not an accusation. I was reported
By who? And you just
because
said it
they
was
said
me.
that I was harassed because someone said I was harassing someone.
Oh, so
So
you got reported? That
Okay,
wasn't us, then. I mean, that's. I
right.
mean, you got to watch the way you talk on there. That's all.
listen, I
We
wasn't
can't
talking
do
crazy.
that.
Anyways, it doesn't matter because it didn't stick.
You got to
Anyways, it
unforgive. You
didn't
got to
stick.
unforgive TikTok. That's what they did.
Right.
TikTok did
It
that.
doesn't matter. It didn't stick. So whoever
Yeah, that's
did
cool
it.
though. I mean, ain't nobody wishing the worst on
Right.
you. I'm just
I
saying
don't care.
that
I
was
don't
TikTok.
care
You got to
that
blame
much
that.
about this app
No, it
to
wasn't
do
TikTok
whatever you
because
said I
TikTok
did.
said that it was someone in particular. You can laugh if you want, but at the same time, you did it and it didn't work.
Come on, let's
What?
put your money up. Like we can bet on this. Like
It
I
didn't
don't even
matter.
know how to.
It didn't even work.
Bro, he don't even. He new to this app. How the heck he gonna know how to banana somebody?
I
What the
just
fuck?
Easy. It's the flag is right there. The flag is the flag. Well, the good thing is you can laugh, but the thing
Oh
is
man.
that if you guys only knew that, first of all, I wasn't targeting you per se. I didn't even know you were Kevin's blood cousin. That's why he wasn't correcting you. But that's okay.
What?
If that's
Correcting me on what? Because we
On
don't
what?
have
all
the
right,
same.
there's
Me and
no
him
Hey,
don't even
listen.
agree
Tansy.
on a lot of stuff. I don't get what you're talking about.
Right. Me and him will sit in his live and go back and forth. I disagree. I
Okay.
do that with everybody in
Listen,
here.
okay, you just don't want to be pegged to be a reporter when you're getting mad because you're losing
What?
a argument. But that's okay because the
What's
thing
up, Kelly?
Oh yeah, you
is
got
that
real problems. I pray for
yeah,
you.
I'm sure I do, but I'm not the one that's upset because
Hey,
I have
Tansy.
because of yes,
Tansy.
yes.
Um, I think the other day I was in this live with Kev, and De Niro said that he was in prison. One thing you have to realize is for people that have been in prison too, and being in there for a long period of time, you are around people with a lot of different crimes. And being in there with people with a lot of different crimes, they're horrible crimes. You find out that because you're in there and you're unable to leave, that some of those people are some of the coolest people, like people
You're
who just
breaking up.
You breaking up?
like.
Oh yeah, NW.
Okay, can you hear me?
It might be us. That ain't
Hello?
TikTok doing it. Yeah, you
Yeah,
back. I
Okay,
think
I
you
hello?
did
back.
it to you. I'm messing your signal up, bro.
Okay. Yeah, if you I remember him saying that he was in prison for a while. And because of that, you're around people who have certain crimes, people who have malicious crimes. And because you're around those people, you're around them for a certain length of time. And you cannot leave them. And so you make friends with them. And once you find out that what they've done, it's hard to get around that, but you become cool and you become friends with them because that's where you're around. You end up becoming so close to some of these people that you talk about things that happen in your family and whatever the case may be. And ultimately, it's like, you know what? Mistakes, like they were saying, mistakes have been made. And what they're saying and what you're saying is it's a sensitive subject. I understand on both parts. By all means, I understand on both parts. And I did a prison stint, and off top, it was kind of like, how do I get around it? But after so long, it was like, you know what? People are human and they make mistakes. But like you said, I cannot fault these individuals for the rest of their life. And some individuals I even known since being out, and there's, they've tried to change their life. Some went back and some have done good. And, they're trying to move on because they are really remorseful for some of the things that they done. And again, you can't hold people down or beat them over the
But do
head
you
for the
know
rest of
what
their life.
but do you know what we're talking about? Because we're not
Yeah, I
talking
was.
about regular. We're not talking about regular like B&E, or we're not talking about
Yes. I
doing.
know. Like I said, it's a sensitive subject. Yes, it was a sensitive
So
subject
you're
that was
saying
speaking
you
about.
just imagine that being your child, and
I
then
have children.
I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to this
That's
man who just
fine,
you
but
said.
it's an
Remember, you're
open
laughing
panel.
about this situation. So like
I'm
I
not
don't think it's
laughing about the
okay.
situation.
Okay,
I'm
See, I think
laughing
okay.
at
that's your
you.
dangerous part right there that you be doing though. I don't know if you
Okay,
know if
I
that's
don't.
a. I don't know if you noticed that. But when some don't fit,
Was
you
he
want to
not
tie it
just
into
give?
something to make somebody bad. So you really saying that he was laughing about that?
Did
He
he
not
just
Right.
laughing. He
giggle?
he was laughing way before that
And
situation.
another
No,
thing, hey
wait.
Tansy, you want to know
And I
something
think,
else?
look,
Did he
Tansy,
just
check this out.
giggle? I don't
In
know. I
in
thought I
prison,
heard
check
him
this out.
giggle.
In prison, you will find more female COs that have sex with sexual
You
offenders.
can't even say that word. You got
Facts.
to protect the live. All right.
Oh,
So
I apologize.
we're
You will
not. We're
have
not. We're
more. You
not.
will see more women
That's not what
COs.
I'm
Wait a minute.
talking
You will
about,
see.
brother. Brother, that's not what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, and if you can't stay on topic, then I think that all I came up here to do was to tell Kevin. I didn't know that that was Kevin's cousin, first of all. So now I understand where the alliance came from. Loyalty comes first. So the point I was trying to make is that
At the end of the day, look, Tansy, I ain't got to prove nothing to you. If that's how
you
you look
don't.
at it, then it is what it is, though. So I'm gonna let you just stick with that, though. Because I see when it ain't your way is the highway, though, and I'm not about to prove myself anymore.
Of course you don't,
Yeah, right.
Kevin.
So okay, cool, right.
All right,
But I'm just saying, quit being fake in all these other
Wrong
rooms,
about
though. That's
anything,
my
yeah,
thing,
Tansy.
though. When
that's
you
what
already know where I stand on.
No, you usually
And we bump heads all the time, Tansy.
I mean, as
I
I'm
never
saying, I
said
don't
you were
agree with
wrong. I
everybody,
understand
but
your
ain't nobody.
situation.
I have not have some person that usually don't that sit there and just try to paint a bad picture on somebody. I feel like
I'm not
that's a
big
horrible
painting.
problem.
You feel
And
that
you
way
ain't gonna better.
because
My thing is, you ain't gonna even better if you like that. And man,
you're
I
like that
doubt you gonna
because
be
that's
staying
your
in that
blood
relationship you
cousin.
in now, though, because it's
You're
like
sticking
soon
up
as
for
you
your
feel
blood cousin.
I
victimized or
think
something
it's
like that, or if
just
something don't go
it's
your
just
way,
too serious.
if something don't go your way, right, then all of a
Kevin,
sudden you gonna
that's
paint
your
it to,
blood
and you
cousin. You're gonna stick up for him. And if it was my blood
whatever. I
cousin,
don't. I mean, whatever make you feel better tonight.
No,
Well, all
like
right,
we've been
okay.
disagreeing since we was kids.
listen, it doesn't matter.
Like
Him
it
sticking
don't
up for
have to.
you. I don't agree with you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All
What
right,
don't
man.
you agree with? Hold on. So what is you feel like people should
I
be
just said,
crucified
Tansy,
for
you
the rest of
cannot
their
beat people
life,
over the
right?
head for the rest of their life for something that they did.
Now I'm talking to the man directly. So now you don't need to be a cheerleader. You need to let him say what he need to say. He just asked me a question, so I'm listening.
The
And I'm
disrespect
just asking.
respected you.
I don't know what you're saying. Let the man speak. Go ahead, I'm
Tansy,
listening.
all I'm saying is, so to clarify this, you feel like people should be crucified for the rest of their life for
No,
the
I never
things they
used the
have
word
done.
crucified. No, I never used the word crucified. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I do not
Okay,
believe.
so what word would you use?
I think that it should, you can't forget what someone did. So if someone did an act like that, and we're not talking about you because you didn't commit an act like that. So I'm not talking about you. I'm saying
Understood.
anyone who creates an act like that I would not have them in my life because that is one of those egregious acts that are unforgivable. I cannot forgive someone who would do something like that to someone so young. I can't. But that's me. But if you guys want to, then fine. Do what you want to do. This is just me. Everybody, this is America. I get to have my own opinion about a situation like that. I love
Cool.
children. That's why I have four of them. If I can have more, I would.
And we all do. What we're saying is you cannot beat somebody the rest of their life, Tansy. That's all.
And I'm saying I would not forgive anyone if that was
Understand?
I'm saying hypothetically speaking, if I had a boyfriend the kid, even if it was his kid and he made a mistake and he said, "I'm teaching my son how to be a man," and he took a 4-year-old kid and he socked the baby in the stomach and
Mistake.
allowed the baby. No,
You
I
said
would never.
mistake. Nothing intentional. You said mistake.
Listen to me. Listen, let me land my plane because I'm almost done. I would never talk to him for the rest of my life. I don't want to ever see him for the rest of my life. End of story.
Okay, yeah, we can't argue that though. So let her. Okay, that's cool. We ain't go. All right.
Yeah,
Some people can,
yeah.
some people can't.
But what
That's the
about if
overall
that
thing.
person has trauma? What if that person is just kind of reacting from what they grew up and it just so happened to go on in their life? Like, what if that
Yeah.
person who did that was exposed to trauma and now he or she is kind of just
She
doing
don't
it
care about that.
All right.
to
No,
their.
but I'm
Yeah,
saying
they could have got brought up
I'm
that
not
way
saying
too.
no.
I'm not
Top.
justifying it
I've
because I haven't
never
It's
had.
not
experienced it
justifying. It's
myself.
just trying to understand. I get you though. You're just trying to
Yeah, you
understand.
kind of just want to put your foot in the other shoe. We don't know, but what we should care about
But
is
she
what's
said
the
she don't have
situation
empathy though,
now.
so it's like we talking to a
Right.
brick wall.
I said in that top. I'm gonna say direct this to you. I've never experienced anybody doing any such thing to anybody in my family like that. But I've seen it on
See,
the
that's
news.
different though. Some people have.
Hypothetically, Tansy. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically speaking,
In the other shoe.
hypothetically speaking, if it was me I'm telling you, I would not forgive that person
No, did you hear?
because that baby will never come back. You can't bring a person back.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to. What did top tier? Repeat what you said, please, Miss.
I kind of have like ADHD, so it might have slipped away. You mean simple like having like putting the shoe on the other foot, kind of that part?
Like if it were
No, you
you
said what
and
happened.
your child, and the guy, one of your boyfriends, did that to one of your to
No,
one.
that's not what she said. She said, "What
No,
happens if the
no, you said
perpetrator?"
Oh, what if that person experienced or was exposed to trauma and is kind of projecting it on to others? Like that happens a lot of times too. We forget that people, even though I think what happens is people we grow up as kids and then we forget that we were once a kid and what somebody did something to me and then we kind of just think, oh, we grow up and it goes away. A lot of the time that happens. People grow up and think, oh, I'm normal now, and forget what happened at 6, 5, 4, whatever happened to somebody. We forget that there's still some people are still that little kid that's hurt. So even though they may have did that, I don't think they knew exact. They probably thought it was okay because that happens to them or that happened to them. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like at some point we kind of have to sit back and kind of put our not ourselves in their shoes, but kind of see like, well, what if what was going on in their life, you know? Because a lot of times that is what's going on. It's not just waking up one day and I'm just gonna attack somebody, you know?
no.
There's
I'm asking you, if this happened to you, would you forgive?
Here's the
If this happened
if
to
it
you and
happened
your
to my
the
child.
biggest
child,
question. Here's the biggest question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tansy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, had this would have been your child's father had that have done this to your child, did you not see signs before it happened to your child?
Well, I don't know. You have to ask someone that it happened to. This is a scenario. I never experienced anything like that. I'm just saying I wouldn't forgive.
So now you can put yourself in the. Oh, that's crazy. So you're selective with the putting.
I wouldn't allow it
Okay.
because I've never been around it. But I'm saying
Yeah,
other
I've never
people
been
have.
around it either.
Right, but this
Other
is
But
what I'm
then
people
you could
saying,
put
right?
yourself in another scenario. Say, if it was my child, now you.
If it were, I would never forgive. That's what I'm saying.
But
Okay,
you
that's
know
cool.
what?
Yeah, that's cool.
You right. Hold on, Kev. But you know what? The thing is, like, I'm not supporting the women or the men in this kind of situation, but these kind of things are kind of sort of shown before there's children involved, right? So we're not gonna just keep blaming the men.
I
At
don't
what
think this is
point?
about blaming a man. That's not what the topic was about. It's about forgiveness. Whether the woman did it or the man did it doesn't matter. The point is
But you
that I
coming at De
Yeah,
Niro,
no, I wasn't. You wasn't there at the time, so you're
I'm
thinking.
listening
No,
right
but
yeah,
now.
it's not no blame thing
you
though. But
can't
yeah,
do a
I
whole
feel. I
story.
think I get what Tansy saying on that. It is about forgiveness and stuff though.
It
But
is about forgiveness. It's not
yeah,
about
it's
all
about
that
forgiveness
stuff.
though. And the fact is, like, we realize. What I'm realizing today. And this is just overall thing is that some people don't have that empathy that they portray or say they do or whatever, and
Well, I
some
never
people
said
do.
I
That's just
had
what it is.
empathy. I never
Oh,
said I had empathy towards that situation.
oh, that's cool though. But empathy is empathy at the end of the day though. So
That's not true.
you're limited. You're selective with it.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
very
I
selective.
think let's get what you got for us now. I think you're trying to get some.
Yeah, I heard what they said, but I ain't gonna hold you. I do not want to address that. I just want to hit the talking points that you got here.
Okay, yeah, let's do that though, cause
All
I
right,
already got the answer I was looking for, and I learned a few things. Also.
all right, check me out. So check me out, bro. That the top part right there, that's in green. You
Hmm.
want me to hit that too, or should I just hit what's in
Just
white?
the green is gonna tie into that first white anyways. So you
Uh, is is it being neutral or are you being fake? Look, I'm gonna just keep it real. It's being
can you
fake.
tell the difference? Yeah.
I don't really care what nobody say. It's actually factually being fake because as people, right? And look, I'm gonna keep it real. And I know y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. As people, we have favorites and we have people that we like more than the other people that we like.
Mm.
And I
You
take
don't keep hitting them
sides.
likes.
Like I do take sides. Like my little brother, for example, right? He's 7 years younger than me, but I ain't gonna sit here and be fake. I will always take his side. If he's right, if he's wrong, if he's good, if he's bad, I don't really care. What I care about is my little brother is good and he's safe and nobody try to harm this nigga. You feel me? So I'm going to take his side every time, and I have, and I'm going to for the rest of my life. He will always have big bro. He will always be able to know if the world turned their back, I got big bro. You feel me? And I'm proud of that. This is one of my positions in life that I will stand on. You feel me?
Mhm.
With that said, right? I think that it applies to everyone else too. There are people that you like more than others. And if you can be neutral when it's your people, your favorite people, there's something wrong with you. That you wrong for that. Because if somebody's sitting here talking some mess about your people, you're there. It's you. It's on you. You have to check them. You love this person, right? You don't want to keep living life without this person, right? Nah, you stand for them. You support what happened to loyalty? You stand on that. People can't talk mess about your people. We forgot to be this way. You're supposed to. So it's always going to be being fake because you're supposed to take the side of the people. That is your people. That is your people. You feel me? Now I'm gonna move on to the next one. Everyone that is different is dangerous. What? Well, all right. Everybody is dangerous. Everybody capable of doing wrong. Everybody capable of being evil. It's just part of life. Yes, everyone that is different, but not necessarily different, because it also be the people that's the same that can do this. You know, they can do evils as well. They are fully 100% capable of doing harm and evils. I don't take like everything I say is fact. I'm never gonna sit up here and lie. All right, so I just want to let y'all know that. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. Everyone is biased towards their people that supports their talking points. Agree or disagree? I think yes, for the most part, 100%. Yes. Is it everybody? Of course, not everybody, but the overwhelming most part will make friends, and they will, treat those people better because they agree with them. It's a petty thing that I personally think is nonsense. Is nonsense. And we as adults, like, talking points is not a measure of someone's character or who they are. So I think people haven't recognized that. I think people don't know that that's actually true. But yeah, so everyone is definitely on nonsense because they support people only solely off their talking point. That's BS, bro. But I'm gonna leave it there. Next one. Everyone is by no, excuse me. Do it make another person bad because they choose to forgive someone and you don't? Of course not. Of course not. Of what? Listen, forgiveness is one of the big powers in life that we as people need to be able to extend, and I think people don't recognize forgiveness is, it never, every time, it was never for the other person, it was for you. Don't sit here and be fake, because I can tell you stories because of people that I haven't forgave. I have done great evils and like really stupid things behind non-forgiveness, right? But as time went on, now that I forgive them, I look back on that, right? I look back on it with embarrassment. I'm embarrassed. Like, I like all of that for this. And I was so in my feelings, and this was so important to me at the time. And I look at it now, this was dumb. I was really stupid. You feel me? And I think a lot of y'all can agree. Like, they like, come on, like we people, like we get in our feelings and we do things. You feel me? So we all have done those things. You feel me? So forgiveness is good. There's one is good. It has nothing but good results behind that. I'm gonna move on to the very last one. Victimhood is destroying us today, and the main reason for all these wars, and they will find a way to destroy your life because their life is miserable. Agree or disagree? I just want to say, the there after because their life, that there is THEIR. I know that don't matter or whatever, but I had to say that. But with that said, right? This one is a little tricky. I do think victimhood is destroying us, but I mean, when you take it to wars, I don't know. I don't like. You mean like wars against the world, or like these battle of the sexes wars? Because for me, wars that's outside of the regular people. Like we have no control of like we can't do them. But like these battle of the sexes wars, where women going at men and men going at women, and we all spit our bitter, angry stuff. Like victimhood is part of that. But I think for the most part, and I know most people will not agree with me, but for the most part, the women give into the victimhood mindset. They bleed it like it is a thing of pride, like this is something good. They forgot it's pathetic to be a victim. They forgot that. Like women literally forgot that's pathetic. And but they don't see it that way. They don't, bro. Bro, women don't think it's pathetic to be a victim. They think that this is a cry for sympathy and people gonna take my side because I'm pathetic. But it's like, ladies, y'all be so prideful about everything but being victims. Ain't no man ever played me. Oh, I'm that bitch. All of that dumb shit y'all say, but y'all dead ass will sit up here and be the biggest victim life ever seen, and it doesn't affect your pride or your ego. I don't understand. That shit is whack. Ladies, get off the victim stuff, because in the same way that you call yourself a victim of a man, you did men dirty. Yes, you have. We all have, all of you.
Now
So
you
stop
acting
that.
like a victim. How are
Yo,
you
Tansy,
gonna
be
talk?
quiet. The whole time you need to be quiet. When I speak, you need to be quiet.
Oh,
Now, with
really?
that said, yeah, be quiet. Mute up. Like
No,
you have nothing else
no.
to say. I don't care. I
You need
really
to
don't care.
say.
It's time
You
to be
need to
quiet.
be
It's time to be
respectful.
quiet, Tansy. I'm not the rest of them.
No,
Be
you need
quiet.
to be
I'm not
respectful.
the rest of them. Be
You need to be
quiet. With that
respectful.
said, wait, yo, mute
No,
her, bro.
no,
Mute her,
no.
because
Mute you
she
because
really
you're
need
not
to
gonna
be
be
quiet.
disrespectful. You didn't have to.
I got muted. I got muted.
Right? How did she mute the wrong person? That's crazy. Getting too.
Doesn't
No,
talk
let
to
him
me
finish
like
real quick.
that.
Let him finish. Let him finish real quick.
He just doesn't.
Yeah.
You about to be next anyways, though. You
But
next.
look. All right. I just want to say, the lady, get off the victim stuff. You look pathetic. All right, now the last one. No one is entitled to take up for you, right? Um,
I'm not pathetic
that's
because I have a
facts.
business.
That's facts. Nobody's entitled to take up for you. Well, I'll say this. I'll say that. You know what? Let me be a little bit fair over
You
here.
seem a little bit.
In my opinion, a parent and a sibling should always take up for you. I know people may not understand, even though we're grown and we're adults. I'd have my siblings back. I do, and I wouldn't let people like hurt them or victimize them. Like I still love them, even though they're
But not
assholes
everybody
sometimes.
has
But
that.
you feel me? All right. But hear me out. Hear me out. But if the people listen, if people are like just the one
Why
child
didn't
and
you
they
yell
don't
at
have
her?
siblings,
Why didn't you yell at
if
her?
yo be quiet, Tansy.
Why didn't you yell at
Jesus.
her?
With that said, right? The people,
Because
if
you
you
know
don't
you have
have
to yell
children,
at her.
right? Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Tansy, I do not fuck with you, bro. I drags your ass every time. Can you don't say nothing the whole time?
Please
Have
do.
self-control. A lack of self-control is a horrible character flaw. So that's everybody that hears my voice understand. If you have no self-control, that's a horrible character
Please,
flaw.
Dragon.
That's also why men or women play you, because you have no self-control and they don't want to tolerate that. They get tired of it. As time go on, they're like, I'm not
Oh
going to deal
yeah.
with
Oh
this
yeah.
individual. So
Oh
I'm going to, and y'all take it as a hit and quit, but you never looked at yourself. You never self-evaluate and be like, you know what? My behavior is a bit much and
your
maybe I shouldn't have
behavior
did
is a
that.
bit
Be
much.
quiet. But you see what I'm saying? Yo, am I making
Yes.
this up? Is it proper that she cut me off? It's not. So I'm gonna just get back to no one is
Finish.
entitled to take up for you.
Tansy.
I'm gonna just
Tansy.
get off that
Let him
instead of
finish.
sitting there
When he
and
finishes,
talking about the
Tansy,
character
let him
flaws.
finish.
Tansy, it's time to be quiet.
It's time
Every
for you to
time that you want to talk, you need to understand that it's time to be quiet. It was never your turn to
speak
speak
to
until the host says it's your turn to speak. If the host didn't say that, it's not your turn to speak. You're not right to cut no one off. You in your feelings, that doesn't matter, and it never did. You're someone who has to be able to eat that and be able to understand that your feelings are just yours, and the rest of the world will not bend to that. That applies to everyone, not
stop.
just you, Tansy. So
You
everybody
stop.
get that together. With
You
that
stop,
said,
sir.
no one is entitled to
You
take up for you, but I do think parents, siblings, like boyfriends and girlfriends and children should take
stop.
up for their, proper.
He
a
respectful.
family member, the person that you get what I'm saying. Like you should take up for them because I wouldn't let nobody
He
talk crap about my
respectful.
mom. I wouldn't let nobody talk crap about my dad. And I be feeling the type of way about my parents right now as I'm talking to you at 34 years old. I'll be feeling the type of way about both my parents because they be on bullshit. But some person can't come up to me and talk down on them. I will never allow that shit. Only I can talk down on them. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's only me. If
Me
you
and your
sit there and you join
parents.
in like, yeah, your mom is like that. Yeah, your dad is like that. You wrong now. Now I'm about to press your shit. You feel me? So I think everybody need to be on that type of time. And like this is my family. This is my problem. These my people. You don't get to talk about them like that. Even if I say what I say about them, you don't get to talk about them like
Me and
that.
your plane,
So I'm gonna
brother.
leave it right there. Tansy, I know you have no self-control. I'm gonna shut up, but you need to learn to have some self-control. That's a horrible
No,
character
never.
flaw. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Never. Listen, I would have been able to mute myself.
Y'all make my damn head hurt. Shit.
If he would
I
have said it
say,
respectfully, I would have muted myself.
I think I get what he's saying. Like, yeah, stick up for them, but you gotta still check them at the end of the day. So even though you put us in a predicament, we gonna handle it. But as soon as we get to the car, we gonna fight about it. So either way, you just right is right and wrong is
And
wrong.
I agree with that, but I'm not. But I really don't know what that's coming from. But like I said, if he would have spoke to me with respect, then I would have muted. But because he wanted to act like he had
I
control,
mean, wasn't you the first one to disrespect him though?
no, I didn't. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
Tansy,
when you cut
No, I
somebody
listen,
else, that's a
you
sign of
got in your
disrespect.
no,
feelings.
I no,
So
Hold on real
because
quick.
you
Hold on
got
real
in your
quick.
no, I
feelings, every
didn't.
reaction behind
No,
that
I
is the
didn't.
right act.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
didn't.
hold on, hold on real quick. Hold
No, I didn't.
on.
And not
So
only
what? I mean,
that,
my thing is, yeah, you the first one disrespected, so that's what happened though. And that's what you expect. You can't just cut somebody off and think that this you can't be disrespected right back.
at me.
Yo,
So yeah,
So
you
can
just should have
you
let him
talk
finish.
correctly?
You should have let him finish. But matter of fact, it's your turn right now. We gonna go ahead and do that.
well,
Um,
right now,
Oh, it's
and
time
to
to cut Tansy off
yeah,
every time she speak.
whatever. Why don't you
Uh,
be quiet? Why don't
no,
you be quiet?
ain't gotta be
Why
fair.
don't you be quiet? Why don't you be quiet?
Oh
Oh
boy.
man,
Yeah,
look
Tansy,
at,
that shit whack, right? It's
look
whack
at
when I
this.
do that.
Look
That
at
shit is
this.
dumb whack. Don't cap. That shit is
I don't
whack
want to
as
tell you what
fuck.
you're acting like, but I think you already know. So, ladies, look at that type of man and just see if this
Yeah,
is what you want your husband to be
we got
like.
it. We got it. All right. So I'm gonna just spread the flaw so everybody can talk. Uh,
Well, I didn't
so
answer the
yeah,
question.
that's what I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna get to that though. So with the first one, right? Is it being neutral or being fake? And can you tell the difference?
Yes, you can tell the difference when someone's being fake.
And neutral. You know what neutral is too?
Yeah, when people stop muting me for no damn reason.
Right. So that's a good answer. So
So,
that's your best answer.
A
no,
good
that
reason.
is the answer. And
It was always
because
a good reason when
everybody
they
on this
muted you.
platform
Hold on
wants to
real
be
quick. Yeah, let me
biased,
just cause yeah,
because you
I ain't
want
trying
to
to get
be
on your neck.
biased, you know what I'm going to do? Seeing that you guys are in your feelings, I'm going to kindly bow out because
Finally,
that's
shit,
it.
bro.
So I will leave so that I can give you guys harmony.
All right. Appreciate that.
I've been in a few of the panels with her. Why does everyone disagree? I mean, everybody's not gonna agree, but we don't gotta go
Yeah,
ham
right.
on her. Y'all be going in on her.
Look,
I
I do
mean, I don't
apologize.
know if you was one side looking or something like that. I guess I don't know. Whatever. I mean,
No, no,
but
no.
it
I'm
is
just
what it
saying,
is.
this is not the only one I've seen her in. I've seen
Yo,
her in
top tier.
plenty of
Let
them,
me
but a lot of
explain.
people do.
Look,
No, you
I'm gonna
really ain't got
tell
to
you.
explain nothing to her. She was in the panel the whole entire time. All of us seen what happened though. But the thing is, people gonna have um guess their viewpoint or their bias against certain situations though, because like literally, I think everybody's seen what happened and know why you reacted the way you reacted. I guess might have been a tone or something that she just felt like it was that she got treated. And I think that is one of our problems though. We automatically decide with the woman after they just like even Sadari was just speaking on her story though. It's like we automatically just side with the woman and then we just look at oh man, why did you talk to her like that and whatever. It's like what? But if it was the opposite way we would have took up But whatever. It is what it is, though. I can't believe we was just
No,
in
I
here
was
this whole
just
entire
saying.
time, and
Yes,
that's all you
yes. You
said.
should cook on that. You should cook on that, bro. You was making
And
some
y'all,
damn.
you said you don't know why she be as much as she be disrespecting people on this app, and you saying that you don't understand how she.
I think
So I don't
everybody
know
just
how
take it
your lens is,
personal. No,
huh?
I just feel like everybody just take it a little too deep. Like they don't like
Okay, but
everyone
ain't you
kind of
taking
just.
it personal for her taking it personal?
No, I'm just saying
Right.
as a
So okay.
human. So everybody just hop on her. I'm just
Yeah, I think once she cut you
confused.
off and stuff, then you'll be able to see.
Exactly. Yo, top
But
tier.
Hold on,
She
wait.
cut
It's so easy to
everybody
say it on the outside
off.
when it don't happen to you, though. But
Top
hey, it
tier.
On
is what it is.
all the yo, listen, on all the on literally all the lives that she be on, she cut people off. She have no self
she
control.
Yeah,
does.
she
The
she centering
moment she
herself all the
hears
time,
something,
and
the
she
moment
don't
she
find like
hears
that's a
something she
problem.
don't like,
But
She
that's
center
why
literally,
herself every time.
I'm new to live. Like I
literally.
don't know what TikTok etiquette or what how does it go down. Like
I
I'm
mean,
just
that's
saying
a
like
problem. Then, if you don't see the problem in that, I think that's the problem in real life. If you like that, that's crazy.
I'm just
Top
I
tier.
no I'm
Hold on. Let
learning.
me
I'm
say
not
this to
saying
you, top
I'm
tier.
not aware. I'm
You see,
learning, but
okay, top
it's
tier.
not an issue.
You see how she was just cutting everybody off? You cannot do that on her live.
Oh, I've never been to
You
her live.
cannot curse on her live. You cannot be disrespectful on her live. You cannot do. She got so many restrictions for her live. But when she trolling these TikTok streets, she do whatever she wanna do.
I no, I've seen her in a
Ooh,
lot of channels.
nah,
Like
nah,
she
hold
gets
on,
the
yo.
same energy. She does get the
Oh,
same energy,
let
but
me
I'm
add to
just
what
saying like
Shadari said.
why are we
Shadari
still
said.
kind of like triggering? Like why is it still triggering everybody? Like everybody kind of just should just
And see when she
mute
live,
it
She's
and
a
just go.
virus. She's
when
a
you see her
virus.
host her live, you gonna be like, well, damn. Now I understood
I
what
gotta see her
happened.
live. I do.
Nah, yo, top tier. Let me tell you, right? She come on this TikTok stuff. She go on everybody live being disrespectful all day long, right? But like Miss Sadari up there said, Miss, if I say your name wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it's Miss Sadari, right? Um, when what's her name make those lives, she really be extra. Like nobody can interrupt, nobody can nothing. But she do that when it's other people. Then when she's the same person that get on other people live, disrespect all the rules, interrupt all day long. She don't let nobody speak. The very moment that she hears something she doesn't like, that's it. Respect and self-control go out the window. She just start talking and blabbing and she never stop. So people like me who see her around, it's intolerable at this point. It's don't do it to me. I see how you move. Just don't do that shit to me. And I know maybe it may seem a little rough. Maybe I come off a little too hard, and I
No,
apologize for that.
Bashes
You
man.
feel me? But
no,
it's
it's not that.
annoying.
See,
No,
this
what
is
I'm
She
this
saying
bashes
is
man
why is
so
it
bad too.
triggering? No, no, no. I'm saying why do y'all let her trigger y'all? That's where I'm coming from. I don't have no issue with anybody or anybody's platform. I just feel though
What make you
she
think?
come
Well, I know
in and
she ain't
she
tricking none
trigger
of us, but
y'all.
I don't. But my thing is that how would you know who's triggered or not? Some people just want to just entertain it sometimes or whatever. I can see if
No,
somebody's about
because
to lose it and cuss them. Okay, I can't say that much about Litz. I think he did. I ain't gonna lie though. He was trying to
that's what I'm
really get the same
saying.
energy. So but that's a little different though. Cause I literally be getting on people
I've been
for
around her enough to know
getting
what
getting.
she's gonna bash man.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's gonna
I'm
bash
used to it
man
though.
in every yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
funny because
And
the
she's gonna
perfect
bash
timing that she
man.
had that right, the perfect timing right that she did that. Um, I just find it funny like that she want to say this now. Like, why would you let her do that? Why everybody want to go against? But it's just like, like if you don't see the
Yes.
reason why,
That's why the
sometimes you
sister
got your own
said it.
answer. Sometimes, huh?
No,
That's why I
I'm
was like,
saying
yeah,
why
just let
y'all
her
let her
talk.
get to y'all. Y'all should just I mean
It
is
was
it
just one
me?
person. You
But
can't
she
say
Yo,
just
top
yo. It
giving
was
tier.
just one
her
person.
just
No,
she got
because
You didn't.
going.
All right,
you
hold on, wait, top tier. You didn't hear me say to her, "Oh shit, here go Tansy.
Yeah, we
You
already
could
know
Yeah.
do
about her.
whatever she want on. You can't do what she do on your lives on her live, but she's still out here trolling these streets." And she
See,
laughed
that's what she
because
likes
you
to
cannot.
do.
If this was going on her live, she would have dropped you. She don't
Well, that's
play.
why we gotta do. You gotta do it to her then. That's all.
Kev, the
true.
only
But
person
it's
I
that
one
don't
honestly
thing.
play
think
though.
It's one thing for
I
somebody to disagree with you, and then it's another thing for somebody to tell you that you this type of person, and then other people start to join in and be like, "Oh yeah, you this way because I feel where she's coming from." No, that is bullshit. I'm always and forever is going to stand my ground against whoever. That's not being triggered. I'm going to state how I feel, and if you don't agree, okay, that's on you. Like I started laughing at her and she said, "Oh, who would laugh at a situation like that?" You see how
But
she
that's why
tried to
she don't. Maybe she don't know how to
redirect.
differentiate the situation. Like she don't know you personally to know. Like your cousin know you. Like yeah, your cousin's gonna know when you playing. She don't know y'all. She don't know y'all from a can of paint. So
No,
everything
come
she's
on,
doing
nah.
is saying.
Everybody in here, come on. Everybody
I
know that I
think
was laughing at her and not the actual situation of freaking child abuse. And we all know that. So why, like,
Yeah,
that's why I was talking
why
about
people
you?
know the
Why
We
you
gotta
acting
realize
so
some
difference.
days we choose to
abusive?
entertain something, some days we don't. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I
Like,
honestly think that whenever she gets ready to talk, that is something
and we
different.
know
She's
she's
not
sending
going
her
to be the
home.
same person every time. And when she starts, it gives something, it gives like a recourse. Then the response comes out. I think at every live, she's going to come up with something different. She's not going to be the same man bashing individual that you always see. But every time it's no different. It's like, although she's been in several different lives and I've seen her get kicked out of so many different lives because she does the same thing. I think when I see her, it's not going to be the same Tansy. Maybe
Wait,
she's,
hold on.
I'm not going to say learned something different, but bring something else different than what she has with her character to the table, but she never does.
NWA, you heard what Kev said to her. I don't think that that relationship you gonna have gonna last. She shut up real quick. She real quick. But the thing is, I think like, and then it made sense to what she was saying. Like, she lost a 27-year-old son, then she lost
Right.
a 4-year-old grandson. She's not, she has not started her healing process. You know, everybody grieves differently. You know what I'm saying? Some people
Yep.
grieve 10 years down the line.
That's why I got
But
grace
you
for her.
see how we
Well,
gave
you know
her
what I say?
empathy?
I
You
say
see?
grief. I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
but grief is just love with no place to go. So she's gonna express herself maybe the only way she know how, and it's just to get under everybody's skin. Maybe that's just
True.
That's why I
True.
give her
True.
Which
that.
is
True.
Yeah, that's
true.
why I let her open up. But she's that same person. That's why I just sit back. And once she starts doing that, and then the man bash, I'm like, all right, it's time to cut you off now.
Right.
I don't
See, and
want
the
to say
thing is, we
bashing. I just
gave
feel like
her
she don't know
empathy
y'all, and she
when
just
she
take it
don't want to
personal.
give other people empathy. So you can't empathy. But that's funny. But
That's why I say I got
that's
love for
really
you,
what
Tandy.
it
But
is.
your strength is your biggest weakness.
But
Your
Agreed.
sometimes
strength is your biggest weakness,
you gotta
sister.
help people understand too. Like you have to break it down. Like some people you have to go kind of tit to all the way down to the tat. Like break it down.
Believe
Like
me, Top.
how we mentioned we like told her, okay, what if he was something happened to that person and then he's just projecting it. Like she's like, oh well now it makes sense. Sometimes you have to do that with people
But
though.
believe me, that's why I said that's how I know you wasn't paying attention. But the thing was, we've been doing that though. I think you only took out the parts that you on that stood out most on you. Another thing is like we do know her. I already know what it's gonna be when before she come up here and stuff. Nobody up here was taking this. Like I said, it was only one person that
I
did it though. That went back
do.
and forth with her. But I think because it didn't happen in a certain way, or if you really was paying attention, the stuff you said was already it was already talked about already. We was trying to get her to see herself. That's the only reason why I keep letting her up. So I want her to see herself and realize what a problem is at. It's nothing that I'm gonna lose sleep on because I do this with everybody, you know. So we can't say that we losing it. I think you just I think you took out the part that you I don't know, or unless you was just half listening. I don't know what it was
I
though,
guess the
but I literally
womanhood
did
in
what you said,
me.
huh?
The womanhood in me. It ain't not personal because I see her in everybody panel and she do the same thing. But I
Yeah,
just laugh because I know she gonna bring 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 the
yeah,
energy because
exactly. I know. I
she
already know
definitely
about
gonna
now.
do it.
And today was my first time ever encountering her. So when she up
Oh,
in front of
see,
hundreds and hundreds of people
oh,
talking about, oh, you don't deserve to have no kids. You don't deserve to have a girlfriend. You don't deserve this. You are a horrible man. You are this. I'm like,
But we
wait,
can't let
what?
little old Tansy do all that and make you feel any type of way. Who is she? You gotta
But no, but that's
wait a
the
minute.
thing. It's not even that because I was still laughing at her in that situation until somebody dropped me or blocked me. Well, blocked me or whatever. And then like just now, she forced the issue. Not even forced the issue. Forced misinformation talking about you bananaed me and da 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 da. And I'm like, banana juice? I don't even know what the hell that is. Like, I'm gonna keep it a
Right.
buck.
It's
I
new, it's
really just
new,
started
but
using TikTok probably what a couple weeks ago for real to the point where I even know how to mute my mic and stuff like that. I used to have my
mm,
cousin do it for me. So she's sitting
that's
here
why
trying
I'm
to
saying.
yeah, I get you though. I definitely get it. Just like Charles and the other dude that come in here, yeah, him. I laugh at them type of people because I know what to expect. But they also not sitting here trying to crucify a person character in front of hundreds and hundreds of people off of false information and misbelief.
Some people get a kick out of kind of doing that in front of people. You ever had a friend that kind of like pointing out all your flaws and then not even if they're your flaw or not, but kind of trying to, belittle you in front of a crowd. Some people kind of
I hear you.
get a kick
Nah, I
out
ain't
of that.
got no friends like that.
Yeah,
No,
I ain't
I'm
got
saying
exact,
no,
but
I'm saying
Tansy is that friend though. Tansy's the friend that will
yeah, you
do
gotta
that
see the
shit.
people.
She's
Yeah,
so
there's people
pro
like
black.
that
It's
in
like
real
she's
life.
so pro black that when she's so pro black, it's like Tansy, you come up here and you cause nothing but problems and drama, but
You
at your
feel me?
own
That
live, and
ain't
then she puts out stories that like I was just about Malcolm X, and she says her father was a civil rights, and it's like, what are you doing? But you come up here and you cause
Yeah.
nothing but problems and drama.
you
Yeah,
feel
but
me?
we
It's like
Gucci, we Gucci
how is
though,
that
man.
pro
We
black?
Because the thing is, we about to make this whole live about her and stuff, and I know that's what she would want to love to hear. She like, oh, they still talking about me. I knew it. That made my rocks go off.
she, she like, yes, I'm about to go have two
Yes,
more
I.
kids.
Yeah, because we can go down a whole rabbit hole, and I know her by now. I get it though. Like I said, my brother King is in the building. What's the deal, man?
What it do, what it do, what it do, brother.
How you feeling, man?
Oh, it's all good, man. I'm listening. You know me, I don't jump on nothing anybody says when I don't know what happened. I'm just trying to glean from everybody's feedback about the dramatic people that enter into TikTok to do intentional disruption to get everybody riled up. And you said it. She wants y'all talking about her. Whoever she is and whatever she said, she wants y'all talking about her. And I'm not talking about her. I'm sorry.
Hmm. It's all the you know what? Let me go. I'm gonna drop it so everybody can have their hands up, man. These the people you shouldn't really take serious, man. It's okay. We already talked about Tansy, right? Charles Brooks, yeah, we know that guy, don't we? Hope we do. Mr. Jerome, what's his last name? He also called himself Wholesale. You don't want to take him serious. Um, sometimes I be feeling like
Yeah.
Flip. Yeah, I be laughing at him every time. Was
What
it
we
Major
talking
Flip?
about tonight, Kev? What is we talking about, dude? Let's get on the topic. Damn it. You know
Let's
I
get it.
am.
Let's get it
What
there. I
we
just trying to
talking
make sure
about?
people get ahead of so they don't get triggered when they run into them again. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Is it being neutral is it being neutral or are you being fake? Can you tell the difference?
Neutral or being fake? I That's a tough question. At the end of the day, sometimes you're just being wise.
Mm,
Sometimes wise you got to take a neutral stance because the person is not prepared to handle your perception on something. I'm like this. I'm not gonna share my insight with you if you're looking for a fight. So I may take a neutral stance because you ain't prepared to hear what my stance really is. So it's a choice. Is Do you want peace in your life or do you want war?
mm,
And those of us that have matured, we want more peace than war. So I'm gonna assess whether you can handle my truth or not. And if you can't, we're gonna just be neutral. Neutral means basically for me, I'm not gonna agree with you. I'm not gonna disagree with you because you can't even find it yourself to agree to disagree. So what I'm gonna create an intentional war for? What good is that for me? And because of that, I'm gonna just be neutral sometimes.
Mhm. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna spread it on. Is there these some good ones right here? I'm gonna do this again. I gotta do this one again. So cuz you next. And you over there by yourself, man. They done did my cuz like that. Is it being neutral or are you being fake? Can you tell the difference? What's the deal, Chief? I see you down there.
I feel like you can definitely tell the difference if you know somebody. Cause when you know somebody, you get a general idea of who they are, how they feel about certain topics. So when certain things come up, you can be able to decide like, oh, you just being fake because your people here, or
Mm,
you around these certain people, so now you got a whole different stance. But I know if I ask you this by yourself, you gonna have this standpoint. So I definitely feel like you can tell the difference. It just comes down to if you know that person or not. Because a new person, you don't know how they are or what they really think for real. So you don't know if they actually being neutral or they being fake or they could be being real. You just don't know. But
hmm
I think it just come down to knowing that person.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. Uh, oh yeah, dang, Les went through all them things. Dang. Uh, top tier. I guess he can come in when to do an open panel on it. Top tier, what you got for us? Is it being neutral or being fake? Can you tell the difference?
Me personally, I don't. I expect you to be like real, so I expect. I sometimes occasionally can't tell, but if I know you, I could tell. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So if I don't know you, I expect everything you're telling me to be real and genuine. But if I do know you and I know you're being fake, I could spot it easier than the person I don't know. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like what she said.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll put my little 2 cents in on that. So I think a lot of people. The reason why I came up with this, the topic itself, a lot of
Okay.
people believe that they being neutral or fair, whatever they want to call it. But that what they do is, and I'm gonna say to mix it in with the difference, right? A lot neutral is basically be able to understand more than one side. You know, if they even if people was enemies, okay, I can. Or no, hold up. Say if it was two enemies, right? Because I think that's why some people got mad at some people. Whatever. What you doing? Still hanging with this person, something like that. So it's like you looking at it like, all right, even though I know y'all don't get along, but I can hear what this person might be talking about and try to understand it, and I can understand the other little pieces that this other person talking about. That's just being neutral. Being fake, which is I think they call it like fence ride. I don't know what the heck, but being fake because like some people just want you to pick sides or some stuff like that. Sometimes or whatever. But it's just so many. But pick sides is so subjective in what it's about. But now being fake is basically if you are saying in one room like yeah, all men till it's no man. Then you go in another room like, yeah, you're right. All women till there's no women. You really just changed up your whole thing, right? Because you more of the being fake is like trying to win a person over. You know what I'm saying? Trying
That's
to
being
win each
fake
side
though, bro.
over
It is
off
being
of
fake. That's being fake,
yeah,
bro. It is.
Like a people
yeah, because
pleaser?
Yeah.
you can't stand on basically you not standing on what you preach on. You know what I'm saying? You speaking a little different when you go to another room or something like that, or when you talk to another person in real life. How the heck you saying
Yeah.
one thing, you talk behind their back, then the next minute you like, yo, yeah, this the best of the best. That's being fake. You know what I'm saying?
If
What if
you
they
if
got
you
a
had to change
personality
up or
disorder?
lie to hold your stance to get along with the people you're talking to, you being fake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to lie or take another stance than the original one to sustain that relationship. If you had to do one of those two, lie or switch, then you're being fake. Neutral means that this is where I'm at, and I can accept where you at,
Thanks.
and I don't have to debate where I'm at because I'm confident in where I'm at. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let me ask y'all something. I just want to ask, right? Because we on
There's
the
open
fake
panels.
and
Let's get it.
we on the fake and neutral stuff, right? So hear me out on this one, right? Um,
Yeah, I know
If
you said you
it's
pick sides. I knew you was about to have something
yeah,
on
well, I
that
mean,
one.
but I think most people are supposed to, depending on the
Yeah,
relationship
side of
you have,
righteousness
right?
or something like that,
So
or what's right.
so
Yeah.
I mean, look, bro, look. I just want to make this clear. It's not necessarily righteousness for me. For me, like I'm gonna use again my little brother as an example. He a grown man. He's 27. You feel me? But that's my younger brother. And if somebody came up to me, because this has happened before, and somebody had came up to me talking mess about my brother, right now, in being neutral, you would have heard them out, and you would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to my brother about that. You feel me? And to me, in that situation, if I would have handled it that way, that's me being fake. I'm being fake because I'm supposed to stand on the loyalty for my little brother. You
That's
feel me? And
why
standing
I'm
on that
glad you said the
loyalty, me.
word. I'm glad you
You feel
said
me?
that
Because
word.
yo, cause hear me out on
I
this
don't
one
like
though. Because
loyalty
I'm
though.
look, bro. I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't know how many people have siblings. I don't know how people live. I don't know what's going on. But I'm gonna say this: if you have a brother, if you're especially if you're a man with a brother, that person is supposed to be the you have a grown man who is 100% on your side. That's an ally in all of his life shit. So for me, I value that. I value little bro. I so highly value little bro. And because of this, I move in a way where can do nothing that can get back to him to say that I was disloyal, that I was a bad brother. None of that. You could ask him. He right here with me. Yo, Pete, talk to them. Have I ever been a bad brother? Have I ever betrayed you? Just say it for the people.
No, man, no.
So you heard him, right? Like he like did but he know it. He know, like I ain't gonna hold, he know it's unquestionable. Like
It sounded like
if
you was
if the
choking
rest
them
of the
up to say
world
that.
turn against
It's like
him,
no type
the
shit.
rest of
Right.
the world but listen, but hear me out on it.
You
If the
better
rest
say
of the
no.
world, if the no no no, it ain't even like that. I
I'm
ain't gonna
talking to
hold
you.
you,
Let me.
bro.
I'm messing with you. All right.
No, no, bro, it's never been like that. He just think it's annoying how much time I give to TikTok and talk on my shit, and he think that I'm doing too much and all that stuff. But
Hmm?
with all that said, right? Um, I'm just getting across that this is proper behavior. When it's a you take their side. If they was the bad guy, guess what? You have to take their side. You have to take their side.
Mm.
You have to take their side. You have to be the bad guy with them.
See,
You feel
Nope.
me? Now,
that
but
Nope.
for
hold
me,
on.
for
But
me,
hold on.
So does this
I
apply
knew
to
that was gonna
friends
be
or
that
just
controversial
family?
thing that's gonna get me
Yes,
cut
it
off. But just
is.
hear
It's
me out
meant
to
for
the end,
that,
yo.
baby.
Let me just get this thing. I promise y'all. Just let
yes
me make
sir,
this
yes
point.
sir.
You feel me? I mean no harm when I say this neither. But when I'ma just say this, your loyalty is supposed to be higher than your image of being good, because this is the same person who's gonna have you. Hold on. This is the same
I
person
just
who
spoke.
gonna have your back. This is the same person that's gonna have your back through
You
all of
hope.
your wrongs when you're the one that's the bad guy, when you're the one who's out here being the a-hole. That's the same motherfucker that you came for every time to have his back. That's gonna be the same motherfucker that's gonna come to have your back every time. That's
So is
supposed to
it
matter, especially man to man relationships. We don't have that. We don't really have people that's really gonna come and ride for us and is gonna take care of business when you going against 7 niggas and you one nigga by yourself and you ain't got nobody that's about to ride. Guess who gonna ride? Little bro gonna ride. Cause all you done for him. And we won and we won. You feel me? So I say that to say that shit's supposed to matter. That shit matters, bro. Like, you know how life is dangerous, and as men, and we get into shit. You
Thank you,
feel me?
baby.
You know how life is like that. That other man to be there to have your back, and he'll curse you out, and he gonna call you every name in the book, and he gonna be mad as hell. You feel me? But guess what? He gonna have your back in the same way when you was mad at him and all that. You gonna have his back because what if he dies? What if he dies?
You
Now
gotta
I'm
let us
supposed to
eat, man.
live.
You ain't giving us
I'm
no
supposed.
time to eat.
All right, look, I'm gonna leave it
like
there, but
hold
I
all
hope
their
y'all
pain?
heard me though.
We heard you most definitely.
But does that apply to just family or brothers or friends?
I
Like,
I think what he just said right there. That's exactly. And I feel like I said I feel you though, and I'm glad I get to hear how a lot of people think on that situation, right? Because I feel like that's one of our biggest. That's the reason why I don't like loyal. I don't like that loyalty thing. I don't like pro anything either. I pick honesty over anything, which is like they say. You say you don't
Yeah.
you rather be loyal than righteous or something like that. And I just can't do it. And that's how we lose friends. Just like the situation with Tadari we just talking about earlier, right? It's like people do believe that stuff, like what you or stick do live the lifestyle that you talking about. But the thing is, by the time you grow and try to become a better person, that loyalty stuff it kind of go out the door when you want to become a better when you want to be better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's very and that's what's kind of messing our society up now because we have that mentality. I'm not trying to say. I mean, you can believe what you believe, but I'm just saying that is one of our biggest problems because we feel we shouldn't check each other or none because this is my blood or this is my kind or stuff like that. Like wrong is wrong at the end of the day. You know, we would never grow with just the sticking with loyalty instead of honesty.
Look, what was described, I respect it, I understand it because I'm from the streets. But at the end of the day, that type of loyalty has no accountability whatsoever. It
Mm-hmm.
means that we bias in regardless. See, I come from a big family. My daddy was one of 16. So but the truth is, you don't get liberated until you can hold each other accountable. If somebody checks me on my brother, here's what you better know. I'm gonna give you the expectation. I'm gonna go talk to my brother, but I'm not gonna let you put your hands on my brother. We're gonna hold him accountable to what he's doing, and we're gonna let him man up to what he's doing. But what we're not gonna do is we're gonna make it sound like I side with him when he's totally wrong. Is accountability is gonna hold a person accountable regardless of who they are. I'm not biased. See, I'm military. So the bottom line is we're not going to be biased. Either you're going to do it or you ain't. If we live in a world where you're allowed to be biased, then you can expect everybody around you to be biased, so you have no fairness in
Mm-hmm.
anything. So the question is not about whether you're loyal, it's what are you loyal to? Are you loyal to the
Mm-hmm.
truth? Or are you loyal to whatever benefits you? And that's the thing, right? Is some people are loyal to what benefits them, and I get it because, like, if you raised in the hood and that's all you got, you're going to be loyal to that. And I respect that. I don't knock that off. I don't call it bad. I don't call it negative. I just say that's the conditions in which you in. But when you grow and you mature, the bottom line is this: is what are you loyal to? I'm loyal to principles, not methods and not people, because people let you down. People have changed, methods have
Mm-hmm.
changed constantly, but the principles are always going to be true to themselves. So when you get to a certain level in life, you start saying, I'm loyal to the truth. And what it is if you have a different sense of loyalty, I'm gonna take a neutral stance. I'm not gonna say what you're doing is negative. I'm not gonna say it's positive. I'm just gonna say it's not in alignment with what I believe. But nevertheless, I respect that. So I'm gonna take a neutral stance. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
Mm-hmm.
if I have to choose based on a bias, for me, that's not loyal. That's not accountable. And that leaves me in a situation where I stand when you're no longer there. Let's say you do pass away. Let's say something happens to you. What do I stand true to at that point? So you standing loyal to a person or true to a person, but not to a theme, not to a principle of what you're doing. So I can't. I don't ride with people that don't have a principle because right now the current culture is we don't have a principle, we don't have a standard, we just whatever, and every man for himself. So Kevin, back to your conversation a couple of days ago, that's an individualist mentality when you're dealing with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah. This is another thing. Let's say this then, right? Okay, we gonna. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna put it another way for you to understand why the reason why it shouldn't be this little loyalty, especially over honesty or what's right, or even accountability, right? Just think about it, because I think that's what like because it's like women that's on here that will literally take up for one another no matter what. Like they pro women, then we get mad at them because we like you don't check your woman, you don't hold them accountable, stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about that situation though? Like, do you feel like women should be checking women and stuff?
Listen, I just want to say this. Yes, I do. I think everybody should hold everyone accountable, but at the same time, which might sound, look,
You
this
know that
might sound,
contradict everything you said, and if you say that, then.
yeah, yeah, this might be
Uh-oh.
hypocritical,
Just playing.
but I think that everybody should hold everybody accountable, but because I'm a realist, I have to take reality into account. Feelings is it will for a lot of times feelings trump what is the right thing to do. I'm aware of this because of my own feelings towards certain people where I don't with certain people like I'm gonna tell you like this, like my parents, my siblings, and my daughter. I don't actually care what they did. I'm gonna be here for you. You can have been the most wrong that wrong could have been. I'm gonna have your back. We gonna be wrong together. I got you, and I'm going to be with them. I will be wrong with them and with pride, and I'm gonna stand with them, and we will die together, whatever it is. Like and and I think that I know this sounds crazy, but that shit matters. Like I love these people so much. I can't let people do wrong to them. It hurts, bro. I can't just stand there and let that shit happen. Like people talk to them crazy or come like I have to help them. I can't, bro. It's impossible. And because I'm like that, I know it's not just me. People are like that. There are certain people that they love so much that they just are they can't allow others to do them some type of ways because they was in the wrong. You feel me? And you'll check them back at the crib and you'll check them later, and we do, and you know how it go. But I'm aware of this. This is a real thing that exists in people. That's just very real. And people do have bias towards certain people. But again, for the most part, I think people should check people and keep people accountable. But at the same time, don't forget, at the same time, I'm aware of the bias that exists in people. We will hold everyone else accountable properly. But with this person, I love them so much that your accountability is harmful to them. And I'm not going to allow that. And that's just a reality. And I'm gonna leave it right there.
Can I say something? Sorry. Um,
Go
I
ahead.
have sisters, so I'm the youngest of six. We grew up on loyalty like that. But now let's say for you, like in your case, hypothetically, you're in a relationship. What if your brother gets in a relationship with your partner? How are you going to go about it?
Mm.
Because that person crossed your loyalty, and this is a person you've been going hard for since you came out the womb. Where do you go from there? Hello?
All right. Hold up.
I'm just curious because I know there's a level to loyalty, you know what I mean? Like you can love someone, but you should love someone to teach them like right from wrong. I would rather you love me enough to teach me integrity, morals, versus teaching me like if somebody does this, like I get it. Your parents teach you that growing up. If this person hits your sister, you go and you do what you got to do. But do you really love them? Because what if that person is taught the same, but to the extreme, and then it goes left? So it's like, do you really love your kids or your family to send them into harm's way type of thing? Or do you kind of just teach them like emotional intelligence, social awareness, things like that?
So in that scenario, well, like the question you just asked, I'm definitely gonna have words with whoever, you know, my brother. I'll say my brother. I'm definitely gonna have words with him. Like we gonna have to talk about it, and the words I'm gonna want to have is gonna be with my fist. But with her, I'm not fighting her. I'm not fighting her. I ain't doing nothing. At the end of the day, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
But who does
And
your
better,
loyalty go to? Your brother or your partner? That is your wife, your kids'
my
mother,
loyalty is still gonna be with.
the child,
See, now,
the
now, now, that's a different. I don't want to answer that because my wife.
ah,
Yeah, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because my wife,
see,
that's my family. When you take on a wife, she
that's
is
your
now
unit.
your family, right? So, but if she go and sleep my brother, oh, it's over. It ain't no wife and husband no more. Forget all that for better or
So
for
where
worse.
does your loyalty lie? That's my question. Where does it go? Do you just hold accountability? Are you based off integrity?
I
That's
don't know. I'm
what
gonna want
I'm
to beat
I'm trying to.
everybody up, so
It's
I
hard. So
can't
can you
even.
forgive? Can you forgive? Now we're on to the other one. Can you forgive? Can you forgive them?
Yeah, I'll be able to forgive, but that's gonna take some real deep healing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna need God.
See?
See, that's where the principles of loyalty and the definition of loyalty got to be clarified amongst people, because some people's loyalty is like based on what principle. If in that situation, I love that question because it's like, do you redeem the relationship with the wife, or do you redeem the relationship with the brother? Where's your true loyalty lie at? And based upon how you raise, there's a belief that you should have shifted your primary loyalty to the woman that you decide to procreate with, the one that you decide to live your life when you gave those vows. Because if you can't stand on the vow, then why even give it in the first place? If you said till death do us part, then you shifted your loyalty when you got married. That's why they call them in-laws, because you combining families all together. So you got to be able to defend whatever happens. Now, the thing is, if you don't agree with that, then my belief is you should have said that. You should have made them things very apparent and very clear in the beginning. That way, in case this happens, you understand what side I'm on. And we end up with these Hatfield and McCoy mentalities in situations that nobody clarifies, and is a travesty to both sides. And the bad news about all of that is that children end up in the middle of that stuff, and they're forced to choose without any clarity about what we stand for or represent. So
But
I
why
love the
choose? I'm
question.
sorry.
I
But
was
why
that.
choose? Why not just why choose? Why not just teach integrity? Like why do we have to go
Well,
the
that's what
extreme?
you're repeating. What I was saying. We should have taught that, but the fact is, most people don't. So these kids are. We see tons of kids caught in the middle of that same decision. When something goes down, they're choosing: do I side with mama, side with daddy, side with mama, side of the family, side with daddy? They do that, and they should. You're 1,000% correct. They shouldn't have to choose, but we don't have the proper conversations to ensure that doesn't happen on the backside of that.
Um, salute, Kings. Blessings, Queen. I just want to add on that the worst thing you can have for a person is blind loyalty, and that's something that you don't want really. I want one. I don't try to deal with it. Loyalty and honesty. It runs. It's almost impossible, in my personal opinion, to separate the two. Because if you're loyal, you're gonna be honest. Honesty gonna bring the loyalty. Period. I don't want nobody. I don't want to be dealing with nobody that will allow me or will see me doing wrong, and just because of loyalty, you're gonna rock with me through it all, and then let me know about my mistakes or where I was wrong at. That's not loyalty to me. And if you're gonna be 100 with me, the honesty gonna come bluntly and straightforward to my headshot. Like you're gonna get it to me straight in the raw and uncut. That's the only thing I can respect. I can't separate straight the two under no circumstances. So that's a sensitive topic with me, and I deal with that with sensitivity. But if you got blind loyalty and you want to go by the street, politics about it, like I'm going with you, eyes closed, it don't matter, this, and that, then that's just we both just running in the dumb, deaf, and blind. So it's like it's no pull up from that. Like we both just in sync and sand, or just drifting to that gravesite slowly but surely. It's no it's no foundation in that. If my now to elaborate on that, if my brother, my obligation, my loyalty more or less would be towards my brother, for the simple fact that the foundation of the family is there. He don't owe me his loyalty. He don't even owe me his honesty. But the love that we got, the love that goes through us, that's what we both is obligated to. Now, if you was to sleep with my wife, yeah, it would have to be a hands-on situation, and I would do my best to try to mend that after we get that understanding. We're gonna, cause it have to be there for the sake of our family, our foundation. Now, I can't let that slip away due to the decision that she made. If we married and you cross them vows, then them vows is not respected no more. Therefore, it will be no more us. She gonna go her way, but he gonna always remain and be there. It's accountability that she gonna have to take and he gonna have to take. But where she going, he ain't going. So it's going somewhere down the line. You're gonna have to either mend that or whatever. But family gonna be family regardless. But I'm not gonna try
Now,
to rebuild and rebuild and something that's there because the doubt gonna always be there from that day forth with my wife. So when you in doubt, you do without. Period. That's for me.
now let's say okay, you mentioned, where your loyalty stands. Now, what if we say hypothetically, now your brother, you left her alone, you still loyal to your brother, but now your brother go and marry your ex-wife and has a new unit. How do you feel?
Yeah, if you gonna marry her, then they
So your
basically
loyalty lies with your brother,
yeah
but
yeah, that's me. That's me. They built for each other. Like the deed was already committed, so it wouldn't even be too far off if that
right.
was to happen. Deed is done, but we both share the same mother. We both share the same father, and the family is still we're gonna have an obligation to that love that we got. It's still gonna be an obligation to our family ties. Like it don't gotta be. I can't. It's just not easy for me to let go. Period. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna be obligated to him, no matter what.
And her, because that's the kid's mama. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So
I just want to know.
I would
I
like
just
to
want to
say
know
something.
how people feel with stuff like this.
Yeah, I would like to say something to you. You saying if my brother got with, and I mean I ain't gonna hold you. In my life, that would actually never happen. Me and my brother's real tight and shit. We don't do stuff like
Never
that.
say never.
But now if I'm lying, I'm dying on my soul. Like we would never do that. It don't matter how bad the chick is. Like we like you gotta understand. Like there's some people that like stick to that loyalty shit off of the bond that you have. As I don't know if everybody close with their brother like that. Like I hear how dudes fight their brother and be foul. Me and my brother real close. Like we don't do stuff like we always have each other back before the rest of the world. So we never do stuff like that with each other. We never and ever that never happened. It would never happen. But if that happened, I really wouldn't care. I'd be like, whatever. Like, just know, bro, when she was mine, she was this, that, and the third. Hey, you gonna pick that up? Listen, bro, that's it, bro. I mean, hey, bro, you do your thing. You feel me? And I'd leave it at that, but I really wouldn't care because that's my bro. Like, hey, he goofy, but hey, he gotta live that shit. And I'd leave it there. But it would be no love lost. I still chill with him all the time, and we'd have nothing would change. I really wouldn't
Okay.
care. Like, and he know, like, this is like, I really wouldn't care. I ain't gonna hold you. I
Put
really
him on
wouldn't
the
care.
phone. We want to know right now.
Yo, P, this
Just
woman
playing.
on TikTok, this woman on TikTok is is questioning our
I ain't
loyalty
questioning
as
your loyalty.
brothers.
Don't
She
go ahead.
questioning
I said
just tell her
hypothetically, what would you do?
like would you clap
Yo,
would you clap any of
what
my
happened
exes?
now? So look, this the brother. What's going on?
All right, baby bro. So
Little
your brother say,
younger bro.
oh, but you are his little brother.
Yeah, younger bro. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't a baby. Respectfully.
I respectfully, young brother.
Yes, ma'am.
Your brother is saying he will go to the end of the moon for you. Now I
And
said
vice versa.
yes. hypothetically, what if you slept with his wife? They got like a whole unit, 5 kids, and he said all his loyalty lies with you. What would you do if the roles were reversed?
Well, I mean, either way, that's literally not even possible. Like
No, no, no. We
legit.
speaking hypothetically. What are
Like,
you
like,
gonna
like,
do,
like.
young
I
bro?
get the hypothetical, and I will answer that. But I'm just saying, like, on some real life stuff, that's literally impossible on both ends. But to entertain it, she got to go. Like, because at the end of the day, if it's like that, then it's like we both got a
But
unconscious, a
that's
subconscious.
your
Hold on, let
nephew.
me let me let me let me get it
Your
off.
mama.
We got a subconscious thing to where it's like if she throwing it, whatever. See how far you can take it, and then report back. You feel me? It's like it's like that. You feel me? So it's like you over here trying to be Miss Brother Hopper, like you're bugging and you're out of here. But yeah, I landed. So yeah, that's basically how that is.
But how if she? But what if she didn't initiate it? What if
Right
bro,
there.
the bro was like doing it, like you know,
I
doing it,
don't
like
think you was
in her
listening,
head?
a little bro. I think you wasn't listening. That
I
everything that you
was
said was
listening.
answered. Like he you
Oh,
don't understand. You heard how he put it. Like she gotta go. He not getting rid of big bro in the same way I'm not getting rid of little
I'm
bro.
not
Like
saying you guys
like
get rid.
but listen
I'm
to what I'm
just
saying though.
saying where would your
Please
loyalty go?
please understand what was said. You don't understand what just happened. He literally is off the table for me and him to get into any kind of problems. That's always off the table. That's not ever going to happen, especially not behind no woman. You feel me? And maybe you didn't understand what he was saying, but that's what he was saying. No matter what happens, big bro is big bro, little bro is little bro. We gonna play our part. We's here. It's us, nigga. Fuck them, and that's how it go.
It's that bro
That's how it
code
go.
stuff they be talking about. I feel it. I feel it. Okay, okay. Yeah, I ain't like that.
I
You
ain't
That's
feel
probably
me?
why they
disagreeing.
why
I
that's
got
probably why this war
sisters.
like that.
I'm
Because
just
people be
saying,
like
what
that.
would
You're
you
gonna stick
do?
up for
Because
yours. We ain't gonna
people,
stick up for ours.
I feel like it's proper to be like that, y'all. Because understand this: if
It's
you like
not.
that with your family, but hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. Without no cutting me off. If you like that with your family, these are people that's related to you. Like y'all, you always have to see them family reunions come around. All of these things that happen. Where so if these is also the same people that love you the most, that's loyal to you the most, that you love the most, that you most loyal to the most. That's how families can build. That's how good things can happen. If y'all, even when they wrong, you check them back at the crib. But if niggas about to jump them because they wrong, no, you can't jump. You can't jump him. No, oh, I'm here. No, you can't jump him. And things like that. If y'all could stand like that as a family, families can build power. Families can build money because you're not concerned about them trying to get in your pocket in the same way you're not trying to get in their pocket. You feel me?
not everybody's
There's a
family
lot.
like
There's a
that.
lot to it. There's a lot to it, and I could talk all day on it. But basically the mindset is that there's, and in no way is this person someone that you will victimize or do wrong, because this is someone that you highly love and respect. That doing them wrong was never even on the table. Like that. That was never an option the whole time. And if you could have that, but imagine that's your family. Not just some random person, maybe, oh, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. No, your family, someone that's always going. There's power in having that bond with those people. There's big power, and I think people sleep on that because they used to their family doing them wrong. But if your family wasn't doing you wrong, it would have been different. It would have been different. You would have seen the power behind the loyalty of family sticking to each other before the rights and wrongs and good and bad. It's like I still love them, and I'ma stand with them, and you can't hurt them. And if you try to hurt them, I'ma hurt you for trying to hurt them. And it's like they gonna feel your wrath later because you had to do everything you had to do for them. They gonna feel that wrath, but in the moment, the world has to know. No, this is still my family. I'm gonna rock with them. And then, however you check them, some people get violent. They beat up their youngers and stuff like that. Some people just smack them up real quick. Some people would talk to them. However you handle it, but you gonna handle it how you gonna handle it. But if you could have that, I'm telling y'all, I know y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what it's like. I lived this. I lived this my whole life. Made.
I
I,
live it too. My
you
sisters was
feel me?
beating
No,
each other
I
all the
lived it different than
time,
you
and
though.
we
I'm a man.
broke
I'm a man with a brother who's loyal to me. People don't experience how this loyalty shit come in handy when and it's and really it and the thing is the loyalty is not for no other reason because how much they love you and how much you love them. Like even when they wrong, even when they wrong. Check this one out. even when they're wrong, you still don't want to see them get hurt. You still don't want the people to do those things to them because they was in the wrong. It's like, chill though. That's my people though. Like I no, I don't want them coming back home with injuries and all this bullshit. Like that's whack. And it hurts you to have to see them like that. Like that's whack. That's just, it's always whack. Like not my people. And maybe and maybe this bias is wrong. And you know what, we could say it's wrong because it's almost like saying they don't have to feel accountability. But it's like, it's not that they don't have to feel it, but they'll feel it. But you know that's not your people. You don't care about them. They can die and it won't matter to you, but it will matter to me. That shit matters to me. And so you step in, like you like you get what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Like, I know maybe it's not your sibling. Maybe it's not your sibling. But you have somebody that is like, even if they're wrong, you don't want them to get hurt by the world. You don't want the wrong to happen to them, even if there's wrong, because of how much you love them. Like, this is real. I know this exists in people. It's not just, it don't just exist in me. And you don't want to see the world to harm this person. I love this person. Fuck out of here. And you will stand on it if you can, if you have the courage, I guess you would. But there's people out here, we stand on that for our family, and we show them that when the world turns their back on you, I'm gonna turn my back on the world, and I'm gonna stand with. We gonna be back. I said we gonna die together, nigga. Fuck all that. I'm gonna die with you. Fuck it. It don't matter, man. Nigga. I ain't gonna let you go out alone. And when you was like you know, little bro and me, we have a bond. Like with my daughter is different. That's my daughter. She 4 years old, so she don't understand the power of daddy yet. But you know, she'll learn as she get older. She'll know that it don't matter that those people can't hit you. Those people can't put hands on you. And if somebody ever do, you will run to daddy. And daddy will, hey, oh, you was wrong. You slapped their daughter, and oh, I don't care. They still hit you. So I still got to do something about that. So people have to be like that on some real shit. Like people have to be like that. You have to teach the people around you that you love them and they love you. And people, even if you're wrong, but they can't hurt you though. You feel me? And that's something that you gotta stand on. And that's supposed to matter. When you do that, you create loyalty and big love. You feel me? Along, maybe, you know, but you gotta teach them too, have it balanced. That don't mean you could just be riding out and be bugging out and thinking I'm about to come behind everything. You
Why
don't make
not?
problems. You don't make problems. You feel me? If problems happen, yeah, call me, but you don't fucking make problems unnecessarily on some, you feel me? And you teach them and you teach them and you teach them and you let them learn and they get it. But the loyalty gotta be there. If you have that, I'm telling you, you build powerful families. Just don't take everything, because I put it like this, right? There was this one chick that I used to date, right? And like, I ain't gonna lie, whatever, in her hood, I beat up a couple niggas over there, but they it's a long story, but they was in the wrong. And so I did what I did, but I didn't tell her, but the hood told her, and she came for me about that shit. And I was like, you know, and I was trying to tell her, like, yo, babe, they said some shit about you. But she felt like that it was a bad thing and that I was doing the most. But she wasn't there. Like, I don't know how the story was told, so I ain't gonna hold you. But I think I was just painted as this holy bad guy. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but she was coming for my soul. And so I'm trying to explain to her all this and that and that and that. You feel me? Now, I did that for her, right? Because y'all don't know what happened, but they talked about her bad. And I just didn't like it, and I was in my feelings or whatever. And I did whatever I did, whatever. And you know, because of that, I didn't want to tell her, because you know women they'll take advantage, and she did. And she started taking advantage. She started running her mouth, and she started talking all this craziness, and she started being some type of way, and she doing all this little other shit. But you can't grab this. Jesus.
Be
But
loyal. Be
yeah,
loyal. Chill. Chill. Be
yeah,
loyal.
yeah, all that shit, right? So, but she started acting like, you know, cause I was tough or whatever you want to call it, that she could be acting up and running her mouth and doing all it, and And I was like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you talking to these people like that? Like, if they decide to beat you up, they'll whoop your fucking ass. They would. You feel me? Oh, but I know you go. But that don't mean to make problems though. You seeing him running your mouth and creating problems because I could beat them up. So I'm supposed to just beat up everybody because you want to.
Yes, that's where
Feel
you
me?
go tonight.
And no, but that's
Why
the
not?
balance part. That's where the balance come in.
Only balance.
No, that's where the balance come in. As the woman,
Uh-uh.
you're supposed to be the piece in my life. Why is you running your mouth talking crazy to people who want to beat your ass up? And I gotta come outside for you who didn't have to run your mouth. But you had to, right? You just had to run that fucking mouth of yours, right? No, you're not tough. They'll beat your ass. You're not me. You don't get to make problems for me. You feel me? And you gotta, that's the balance. That's the balance. Like
Okay.
you don't get to do all of that shit. You feel me? Like, cause what if these
Why
niggas pulled out
not?
the gun today? Now I'ma
Pew
die
pew.
because you
What's
was
the
running your mouth.
difference?
Pew
Now
pew.
I'm not the pew pew. What if they pull out the pew pew today? And now I'm unalive because you wanted to run your mouth. They don't want to scrap
So there
today. No,
is
they
no, you
tired of getting
gotta,
beat up. They tired of getting beat up. Now they pulled out the pew pew. That's it. It's over. And now I'm gone. Why you had to run your mouth? Why you had to run your mouth? And I
so
think that
what's the
women
limit
really
to
don't see
loyalty
that. Y'all be taking
with a
advantage of a
partner?
man's strength, and is you're taking advantage. Is I
No,
can do what I
I
want.
think
It's
that
my
women do
body, my
choose
choice.
to
I
do.
can hurt and be the bad guy all I want for with my reasons, but you don't get to make no problems for me. Period. I make problems for me. You don't get to do that. It's not. It's my body, my choice. You don't get to do that. But I feel like women don't be seeing that shit. Like they don't understand that how real that shit is. They don't get it.
You gotta say some women, because not all women are like that.
No, I'm
Don't
not
put us in a
saying, but
box.
I was putting that as an example of how they take advantage of the loyalty where the loyalty is not really real because the loyalty isn't supposed to make the problems. The loyalty is supposed to be if I'm in a problem, I know to call on you, but I'm not going to be out here starting problems all day long because I know you're strong and we could still lose. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about?
So
And
loyalty is a
you feel
resource.
me? It's real. It's just real. It's real. It's just so real. And your women don't understand that because y'all not the warriors. Y'all not what's called to go handle the problem. You feel me? Ain't nobody called a bunch of women to go scrap nothing. That ain't never happened. You feel me? Y'all not the ones out here doing the violence. Y'all not the ones protecting the people. What is the highest form of protection? Let's keep it real. It's
Prayer.
violence. It's violence. Police, when you acting up, they use violence. In jail, they use violence. Everywhere you go, third world country, everything, the highest power will be violence. If your violence is weak, then you are weak.
What?
That's facts. If your violence is weak, you are
In
weak.
the
If you're
jungle?
all right, check this one out. Yo, top tier, check this one out. So let's say there's a man that protects you, right? But he's this
Yeah,
little
what
wimpy
man
dude.
does?
But what if he's this little wimpy dude that's 5'4", 110 pounds? You feel me?
God,
Has
no.
no fighting experience and is incredibly nice. And he talks like, "Hey guys, how you doing, man?"
Then
And you
just
feel me?
spare
And there's
one.
there's no aggressive bone in bro body, right? You feel me? Like you have that's your protector. His violence is weak. Like he gonna lose. He gonna lose to the average motherfucker that come across his ass. He gonna
But
lose.
why
And
am I
all
gonna,
his
why am I
castle,
gonna
his
try
whole
to have
castle is
it?
torn down because what he had to protect the castle was some low tier violence.
That's extreme, dude.
That's real life. What if the man in your house, what if your dad was a weak man? People will be violating and he don't stand up for them. This is what I'm saying. Like women forget how violence is the highest power. Is the highest power. We are the men. We're the violence. We are what you call when it's time
I
for
think
for
peace is the
problems.
highest.
What?
Yeah, I
Say it
do.
again.
Peace is the highest power.
I mean, but peace is unrealistic. You have to remember that the world is not a good
In
world.
what
That
world?
this world,
In what
Earth,
world?
this world, this very world that you live in right now. How
Boy,
many
you
people is
saying a
dying?
lot of stuff I just don't agree with. That's crazy. We most definitely going to agree to disagree. You speaking on everything opposite.
For
Peace,
me,
peace. That's something you got to find within yourself. And based off your talking points, I can understand why you think that too. That's crazy because everything just seemed like, and I can understand you probably going, you live that type of lifestyle or whatever, and that's why you're choosing that route and stuff. But no matter what, like even if you, I would never probably go with the I guess the message that you putting out, because that's what's causing a lot of us to be in the situation we in now, and the reason why
All
the
right.
world is so freaking corrupted because we are just picking sides and saying that
Mhm.
I'm gonna take up for a person even if they wrong and all the other stuff, and it's like we will never really get anywhere. So that thing where you saying peace, like I mean, we know we in a chaotic world. I had to learn that myself. You know what I'm saying? If I got peace within myself, I ain't got to worry about what the world, what it got,
right?
how the world is or whatever,
Mhm.
because the world ain't me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
but it makes sense though why you said what you said though, and I'm
No,
gonna put it
no,
this
I ain't
way:
mad at you, bro. But
yeah,
also, bro, to look at it in another way, when you find inner peace, that's just you. You ain't affect the people. You don't have no bonds. You're one individual person with peace.
exactly.
But
And
but
what?
but hold
Yeah,
on, but hear me out on this one, right? That you don't affect the people. You one motherfucker. The rest of the people is still the lost nigga. The you feel me?
right. And there's
All of that,
nothing you can
all of
do
that.
about that.
But you just
There's nothing
one.
you can do
So
about that
you
though.
see what I'm saying? But
If you had
I
peace, you wouldn't be
listen, bro.
relying on your brother to take up for you.
I'm
If
gonna
you
tell
had
you
peace,
this. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and this is facts. If we was biased towards each other, like in a good way, then we would be in a better place because we look at other black men as problems. We get nowhere if we was biased toward, and all of us, not just one individual man. If we had that mindset, why you think when the Mexicans come here illegally, they build and have Mexican restaurants all over the place and
I'm
shit,
half
on the
Mexican, and
gas
we don't even
stations and
come and
shit?
stay.
Nah, but I was just using them as an example.
We
But it's
come
a
and
bunch of,
go.
basically the point I was making was this: the foreigners have that bias towards each other, where they build together, and the bias come also in the form of a unity thing, where they respect and love each other enough where they can build and they are able to. Where we have this, when you preach this no bias, right? That's why we where we at, bro. We see another black man, black woman. Oh well, and then we go about our day. There's no sticking together in nothing that we do. Maybe we should be a little biased. Maybe we should be biased towards each other. You feel me? Because guess what? Nobody else is biased towards us. We the ones they throw us in the trash. They flush us down the toilet. We really like the lowest tier of people, while we can be a little biased towards our brothers and sisters. Build some kind of real community unity for real, you feel me, and really have that love instead of seeing your brother in on the corner thinking he's some dude up to no good. Let me cross the street, he look a little gangster, all that. You know what happens. Stop playing. Y'all know how it go. You
But
feel me?
dog, I
And we
can't
do that.
agree
We
with
do
that
that too.
either,
we
bro.
we do that to our own these black men that we don't know, but we see threats in them. You feel me? Not all of us, but you get what I'm saying. We do
What
that
you
to
talking about? We see
ourselves. There's
threats in
no
them.
bias. We give each other no benefit of the doubt. We see the lowest tier of person in each other in the same way the rest of the world does. And we need to have a little bias, a little bit, so we could give each other. We have no unity, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. We
so
really have no unity, bro.
my thing is, and that's my. I can see
Yeah, I
we
know
not
it's a
having no
little hard,
conversation
bro. It's
right now.
hard.
Huh?
It's hard, bro. It's deep. It's
Yeah,
a
I
deep
understand though,
combo.
and
I
I could
get
tell
it.
there's something going on because it's like you're not even really having a conversation. You didn't even take the things we said within. It's just like you just fighting your standpoint. That's all you're doing right now, though.
Now
I
there
was
is.
trying to
Now
build an
there is.
understanding on both ends of what the situation is, but it's just like you sticking. So at the end of the day, that's gonna be a agree to disagree situation, though. Because the thing is, what you've been through, I understand that. I mean, I mean, even me and Cuz know that jump for real, like how the lifestyle we had come from, though. But we had to grow at some point. We have to realize that family ain't always for us, even no matter if we want to throw the word loyalty on it or not. So just because I sit there and tell them, you gonna watch my back, that don't mean necessary. All it takes is a couple down moments or something like that, and some people would just, I mean, 'cause that's what humans do. I mean, some people got to do what they got to do to make some money or whatever it is. You can't really put your trust in in anything for real. Low key, really try to at least believe in yourself. But um, Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got your standpoint. But I could just tell you just pushing out your message though, because it's like your message be so dang on long, and then it's like after we say it, you be like, well, but what about this and something like this. So from this point, it's just like we both brick walls. I'm put it that way. We big walls on this way because we not hearing it and you not hearing it either. So it's like we ain't gonna be able to get anywhere with that one though.
My fault,
Uh,
bro. If I'm coming off that way, I
no,
just
I mean it is what it is because we
I
know what
mean,
you
agree to
stand for, and
disagree.
it's a lot of people.
I agree to disagree, but I just also want to say I do apologize if I'm coming off like I'm
No,
just
you
only
good.
trying to
You ain't gotta
push my way.
apologize.
You feel me?
You ain't
Because
gotta
I'm not.
apologize.
I thought we
Believe
were
me,
just
I
having a
understand. I
conversation, bro.
understand you more than you think. I'm put it that way. I understand it though. It's
I
a reason why I'm saying we have peace within ourselves. I know you said that's one of those, but I believe when you find it, you will see what I'm talking about though. I mean, because I can tell it's like it sounds like you went through you're going through a rough life or something like that. That's what it sounds like. That's why all your talking points is based off like a defense thing, or but it is what it is, man. We all human.
agree to
But
disagree.
also that's
You see
why
it your
our
way, I see it my
community
way.
is
It's
so
cool.
messed
It's
up
cool.
now because we sit there and be like, oh, black people, we sitting there unaliving each other. Well, shoot, he had to do what he had to do. He had to protect himself, and that's because we so quick to be like, my brother can't do no wrong. My gang member can't do no wrong. If he do wrong, then I do wrong. And now that's two black men doing wrong. And then another two black men gonna go do wrong. Now everybody doing wrong and sticking with wrong instead of being like, hey, you know what? That was wrong. I can't back you on that. You did that shit yourself. And that's the whole problem with the whole non-snitching thing. You feel me? And I don't believe nobody should tell on nobody, but at the end of the day, the man who did that should be man enough to be like, you know what? I gotta take the rap for this instead of bringing down a group of black men and saying, "Oh well, I ain't talking, so we ain't
I
talking."
agree.
Nah, you feel me? And that's I've been in the feds. I was in the feds with real shot callers, like they my right hand mans, and even then, I be telling them the same thing. Like, bro, you can't just rock with everybody, right or wrong. You gotta teach. That's the problem. We don't have knowledge. And when you start declining knowledge and rejecting knowledge because you feel like, okay, this is the way of life, then you would never learn that it's not the way of life. It's only the way of life from where we come from. I come from the trenches. I come from the heart of Detroit. I done did everything you can think of. And then it took for me to sit down and look at my actions and see how it affect other people. And then I was like, damn, I'm a statistic. I'm what they talking about. I'm the reason why the dang on street so bad out here. I'm the reason why motherfuckers pull up to the gas station and get the clutching because they looking at me like, shoot, you might do something. But we gotta educate and we gotta understand that when people do something wrong, you did that right then and there. If your brother do something wrong to another man out in public, look, peace. You feel me? My fault, bro. We in the wrong. I get that together. Instead of sitting there saying, "Oh no, my brother did something wrong, but we about to handle him," and then I go back to the crib and handle him. Then you got to think his people gonna do the same thing. So now his people then went back. Now y'all all about to do something wrong over something that could have been literally deaded just by educating and telling somebody you're wrong. We gotta love each other and ourselves more than that. That's not real love. That's loving blindly. That's stupidity love, bro.
Facts.
That's like
That's
selfish. You really, yeah.
Yo,
That's
that's
I
crazy.
facts.
yo, say something right quick, y'all. You want to hear something? You want to hear something crazy about me, fellas? I ain't
What's
never
going
been in
on,
prison in my
everybody? What's
life.
up, everybody?
I'm not gangster.
What's the deal,
I'm not
Jelly?
if in the streets. I'm not this super gangster thug dude. I don't know if y'all thought that, but it kind of
That's
No,
what I'm
seemed
no,
that
saying.
way.
man.
Yeah.
So the
I
thing is, look,
never
all right,
listen,
we
listen,
look, look,
listen.
look. No, no, no,
Listen,
no.
I've
No,
never been
look,
to
from this
prison
point,
in
look, no,
my
from this
life.
point, we about to just leave it off you, man, because like, ain't no, I can't believe he just wasted all his breath saying, and you just took that out of it. You doing the same thing that the old girl did earlier, just take out them certain points My thing is, if you're not
You,
trying to listen, then you're
you
not
did
trying
it
to listen. It
wrong.
is what it is, though. But we
You
done
did it
heard you for the
wrong, bro.
last 4 hours or so. I ain't gonna say that. I'm joking though. But I'm just saying we heard you
Yeah,
for
I
we
get it.
know
I
about
get
your
it, though.
background
I'm
a little
telling.
bit though. You ain't have to prove
It,
Let
yourself.
it,
me
You don't
hit
have
these
to.
topics.
I'm about to get some other people up in here though, man,
Herbie,
because it's
Herbie,
like it's
Herbie.
obvious you're not hearing us.
Let me what's going on, y'all? Let me
I'm
hit these
not hearing
topics real quick.
What's the
you,
deal?
man, because
Jellybean
I heard what you
26.
said.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. Jellybean 26 girl, real girl, not play girl. Everyone that is different is dangerous. What makes the opposite person's rhetoric dangerous to you? I think that rhetoric that I perceive as being dangerous is anything that strips Black people of their power to do anything, rather that thing is positive or negative. So for me, an example of a rhetoric that I perceive as being dangerous is when people say that fat phobia is anti-Black. I perceive that talking point as being dangerous because Black women and Black people disproportionately die of heart disease, and we make
There
up
you
a large
go.
percentage of the diabetes population, and nothing beneficial comes from being nothing beneficial really does come from being overweight. And when we try to when we say this rhetoric and we try to boil it down to the BMI, if we're only talking about the BMI is one aspect. You are 300 fucking pounds at 5'5". Your ass is fat. So I think that that's a dangerous rhetoric. I think that saying that transphobia is anti-Black is dangerous rhetoric, because if our Black women ability to be women is dictated by white people, that means that Black people do not have the power to control our reality, which is anti-Black in itself. So any rhetoric that says that Black people do not have the power to do something, or that Black people that having a standard is against Blackness, anything that challenges Black people's ability to have standard and to separate is rhetoric that I view as dangerous. Everyone is biased towards the people that support their talking points. Of course, you support me. Why wouldn't I? Y'all think I prioritize people who don't never send me no money on TikTok? Fuck no. Fuck you. So that's just makes sense. Do it make another person bad because they choose to forgive someone and you don't? It doesn't make somebody bad, but it does make them a liability to you. Because depending on what happened, if you decide that you are not going to forgive this person, and somebody that you cool with decides that they're going to overlook that, that's going to become a liability for you, because eventually they're going to there's going to be a time where this person is back around, and that's going to create that issue. Victimhood is destroying us today, and is the main reason for all these wars. And they will find a way to destroy your life because their life is miserable. Agree or disagree? I don't know what I think about that yet. No one is entitled to take up for you. That's true. Nobody is entitled to like you don't get people to automatically defend you. Your character and certain things are what make people defend you. If your character is questionable, then you need to stop being surprised why people don't defend you. If your character is very, very integral, then you can. I do think you have a little bit of space to be like, damn, my nigga, if you know how I carry myself, why wouldn't you ever go up for me? So I think those two things can exist at the same time. But the first talking point, the first topic up here, that rhetoric dangerous thing, and what makes that, a lot of people be saying that my rhetoric is dangerous because it
Now
doesn't
you get the
include
point what I'm getting
everybody.
to. It's so subject. Everybody switch it up.
Of course, of course. Like, people tell me that my rhetoric is dangerous because it does not include everybody, and of course not. A standard can't include everybody. If standards included everybody, they wouldn't be standards, they would just be things. And so yeah, I have the right to disagree, and I have like and to say that people's rhetoric is dangerous because you don't agree. I get annoyed by it when people do it to me, but for the most part I actually don't give a fuck, because I'm willing to stand on whatever I say in principle and in practice. But if I'm being for real, like if we just calling a spade, and I think it's good that it's only 7 people in here,
while I'm about to say this, the only people who be saying people's rhetoric is dangerous are the they, them, blue hair delusional bitches that are destroying us anyway. I never really heard nobody who has anything substantial to actually, that does anything substantial or that has anything substantial to actually contribute that calls a bunch of people's rhetoric dangerous. It's only just the people who have absorbed white people talking points and are a reflection of white people talking points.
Facts. Stick your chest out. I'm gonna get out of here. All right, for sure, brother, man. Let me get some of this thing on. I want to fix these boxes. I don't like the way it looks. Let me see something real quick. Give me your shit and hey, man. That's what I wanted to see though. That's why I put that question like that because everybody, I keep it like that because people. I noticed that anybody, and it kind of ties into the is that main thing? Watch your mouth, main thing. You know, she got out of jail, still was talking crazy. These billies in the bit 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 bit. I'm like, yeah, okay. Uh, how you feeling, man? Uh, so I was getting to that one, this second one is so funny to me because I was like when I left this room, it made me think about that though, and they was mentioning certain people and all this. I'm like, bro, no, these people is not like how y'all put it. Y'all just, I think some people heard things and got they little feelings hurt about because they probably got held accountable or something like that. They took out the little piece and like, oh no, these people are dangerous to the app and all that stuff or whatever. I noticed the most dangerous people be the main ones talking about the other ones is dangerous. I noticed that, or the people that be like, "Oh, you're triggered," them be the main trigger. It's like the reverse, maybe it's a reverse psychology or something. But it's like a reverse Uno card though. That don't be so funny to me though. But it's like I've been hearing people like they'll, you know, allow some things like this. No, they only did it because of that or whatever. But when we tell somebody not to do it, right? Oh, it's dangerous. You're not letting them be free and all that. I'm like, hold up, how is that dangerous for saying that? You you shouldn't be just doing things freely without thinking about the next person or something like that. I mean, it is backwards, and I see why they said that. I think they said in the Bible where good is gonna be bad and bad gonna be good. Ah, that joke is so crazy. Oh man, that's crazy though. But that's junk becoming real though, because they switching everything around. But yeah, I be hearing stuff like they be like, "Oh, the stuff you speak on is dangerous rhetoric." They just throw that thing out as easy as they can though. That junk be just like, bro, that's why I'm like, I got to the point though, people that believe in that type of way or whatever, that be wanting to say that, and I even, that's why I'm just being real people now because, that's why I was in that other room. I was like, if you found out a person was a misogynist or pander, or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm like, my thing is like, what is anybody gonna do about it? Y'all gonna call the police on them or something? They're gonna go to jail because you just called them it? Stuff like that. It's like I don't get why people think people super. That's why I asked. I put that last part with the entitlement with the no one's entitled to take up for you because it's like it kind of makes sense though. Something down in the count because it's just like what was I about to get to though? I hate when I do that. I did about to do the brain fart thing though, but dang, I did get it. I did get it though. But it's just funny to me. Oh no, that's what I was getting to. Okay, I just thought about it. Where people be like, you massaging this and all that other stuff. Then I said, okay, well, if they is, then what people gonna do? But I don't get like people keep saying these things or saying that why you don't check people, why you don't take up for this or whatever, which is the last prompt. People act like you got to take up for people and stuff. Why you didn't be superhero and go on people rooms and get blocked? Like what? Like I don't get why people really had this mentality where they think that if you take up for something or whatever, and everybody got the right to do what they want, and even if you was to try to shut somebody down for what they saying, if they whole page got shut down, they can make another page and do the same thing over again. You know what I'm saying? It's no like that's why I tell people like stick in y'all lanes that y'all mess with. Go ahead and do that because at the end of the day, you just stressing your own self out. You showing how miserable you are because if you could spend your whole life or your whole time talking about another person that probably don't even thinking twice about you because you got in your feelings because they triggered you, that says a lot about yourself. I'm about to I'm about to sit there and make lies about them. Watch, these are the dangerous ones. Okay, cool. You think they dangerous, but they dangerous self still got supporters. They still got that, and you're gonna bash the supporters too. Or they're just stupid or something like that. But you just hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you just still unhealed and still making lives that ain't doing nothing to better your life. So it just be like people just people be funny though. People freaking funny. Like that's why I just started to like I be trying to cut things short though. Like what you gonna do about it? That's what I tell people now. That's my new thing. Like what you gonna do about it? If he is a beater or something like that, what you gonna do? Call the police or something if it's really that serious. If he is, all this stuff. Like what can you do? There's nothing you really can do on this app. Or report him or block him and stop watching him. That's the only thing you can do. But as long as the person got supporters, like I know I can't stop every last pander on his live. I wish I could stop the panders. I really wish I could. But it's nothing. What can we do about it? Everybody want to leave when I talk and stuff. That's crazy. But yeah. I mean, it's funny to me. But that's what I want to get to about that because that's just reality for real. Ain't nothing we can do about that though. Just get mad, and they care about you. Get mad. I'm gonna stop doing a live because you're mad at me. Oh, people are just so funny. That's that little kid stuff though, man. And the same thing with that B4 movement stuff. That's that little kid stuff where they like, if we do this, they're gonna act right. If I hold my breath, that's like, if I hold my breath, my mom's gonna give me attention and say, "Don't unalive yourself." That's exactly what's happening. This is what happened when you baby a child. This is literally what happened. They come as in full adult bodies. You see what I'm saying? And then do the same exact thing. I'm gonna do something to myself, and then you're all gonna bend in and sit there and curve and cater to me and all that stuff. Like, no, you're gonna see in real life, life don't cater to you. Like you can get it for temporary though, but it's not gonna save you from keeping a relationship. The main thing that everybody look forward on here. It ain't gonna be the ones that's keep you a job or nothing like that. It's not like that victimhood stuff. That junk only work. It only bring you so far and make you a worse person. But people don't want to heal it like they say they do. They don't. And then the people that's trying to heal people or make things better, they the dangerous ones. They're the dangerous rhetoric because you're calling me out on the stuff that I made mistakes for. Of course, we can say we can forgive them for their mistakes, right? But we're not gonna. I don't know what empathy is when it comes to me, and I wish it was me and mine. But you was one of them me and my people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you was one of them. You know what I'm saying? But people be hypocrites. But I'm gonna let some more people talk. My bad. Yeah, we gonna get somewhere though, cause I'm doing this topic again. I will. But main thing, you was up first, man. What you got for me?
You going in. I'm not even complaining because I'm not hearing nothing that's sounding crazy or nothing. I'm like, yeah, you saying a lot. Is being neutral or are you being fake? What kind of question is this? Shit, you and Lala with these questions.
You know it.
Um,
That's my triplet. You know.
I think neutral to me is you being cool and not picking a side. You understand everybody point of view. When you being fake, you basically sitting up here understanding that being fake that's like somebody you hanging around somebody that you know don't like you, but you still choosing to hang around them, or you know that you're around people that um literally every time you come around they'll smile in your face, but behind your back be sitting up here talking bad about your life or your kids or whatever case may be. Like that's fake. Like I don't know. Like
Mhm.
we going one by one or what?
We can get it
All right.
going though. Chief, my brother Chief, what you got for us, man? The topic. What you feel about that? And then the first prompt mixed with the topic. They both the same thing.
Shit, how y'all doing? Shit, I was just
I'm blessed, man.
blessed. I was. How you doing, Just? Main thing.
She acting real female.
Okay, okay. Well, yeah. Shit, I was high fiving what you was saying, man. You was going in, bro.
Yeah, that's the whole what this topic kind of about though. It's so much I gotta say on each of those things. I ain't gonna even lie, man. But what you got for that? Like, do you know the difference between fake and neutral stuff? And then some people that believe that they neutral and they really. So what you feel on that one?
Yeah, facts, big facts. Yeah, brother. Yeah, you can only be one or the other. You could be one or the other. Fight. I look at it fight or flight. Some people evade the question, be like, "Well, somebody gonna be exhausted. What if they say I'm exhausted?" But nah, you either gonna be neutral, like you don't care at all, or you just afraid to speak out on how you really feel, especially on social media.
Okay, okay, okay. What you got, man? Think like you about to say something. What you got?
Nah, I was about to say, can you tell the difference? Was that with the question?
Yeah, the difference. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, everyone that is different. Everyone that is different is dangerous. What makes the opposite person rhetoric dangerous to you? I don't think everybody that's different is
Mm.
dangerous. People is honestly everybody is unique. Um, and I don't always think that being different is wrong. I think that it's good that you different. It's good that you don't sit up here and have the same opinion as everybody else because you feel like a group of people are sitting up um, and from a certain point of view, but you could bring on a new point of view and get the same type of outcome, but most people probably won't look at it that way because it's a different point of view, and majority are following what other majority people are going towards.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes a person, how is it, I think the people that view it as dangerous are the people that sits up here and they try to paint your perspective as if it's wrong almost. Like they'll sit up here and be like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, if you sit up here and you believe that, disciplining your kid, like, oh, a butt whooping ain't hurt nobody. And a person be like, oh, well, I feel like that's abuse towards your kid. So you and me gonna have two different points of views because maybe I was brought up off of ass whoopings and just felt like, hey, it stopped me from be going to jail or becoming a outrageous type of person,
Mm-hmm.
a disobedient type of person. It just stopped me from being that way. Doesn't mean that way gonna work for everybody else. And you might look at that point of view as dangerous, but to me, it might be a good thing for me because I know how hard headed I was or can get or be,
Right, because
So
the way you came back, like you didn't get that whooping from TikTok. Mm-hmm. Hard headed type, but get that other page ready, man. We ain't trying to be main
I
thing
know.
list for another week, man. uh, Go ahead, Chief. You next.
Everyone that is different is dangerous. No, everyone that is different is not dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
We could support each other, but uh, respect each other's space or respect each other.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes the opposite person rhetoric dangerous to you? I would just say like self harm, life threatening. If there's self harm, or if you're recruiting. Those are only three things I think are dangerous rhetoric. Anytime you trying to divide and then recruit from the divisiveness, that's very bad. That's very bad. And anytime you're trying to inflict self harm, or anytime your rhetoric is life threatening.
Okay. Uh, I do this one after y'all do it then, so we just rotate it. Everyone is biased towards the people that support their talking points. Agree or disagree?
um, I'm gonna agree to that one. Um, because when you say bias, that means like you agree with them because they basically it's a like, is it like the women who grew up, and I just want to know if this is an example. So is it like people who grew up under like patriarchy raising, they be like, oh, the woman that grew up like that because she agrees with a man, she's biased, right?
Yeah, something like that. Basically, if it's on the same standpoint, that when somebody else was like to go, okay, I guess I explain this one, then I'll talk about. So
Yeah, cause
basically, with this one, uh, and all this stuff actually came from this last live that made me think about all the questions. So I noticed there was a lot of being hypocritical at the end of the day. Um, somebody they was basically saying, "Oh dang, this dude, I didn't know he went to jail for beating up this or whatever, something like that." So, but the person was like that was actually because he had good talking points, right, for them, you know what I'm saying, for them to understand. Oh, he preaching and all this stuff or whatever, and then find out he had a background on him or something like that. Then they one of them was like, which I feel like you should do that with everybody, but it's like, man, maybe he had changed, maybe he did or something like that, right? So I be looking at it that we do the same exact thing. Like when somebody don't support our stuff, right? We'll use that same person instead of saying maybe they changed or something like that. We be like, well, that's the reason why you people like that is dangerous. Never forgive them or something like that. Or because you don't, because they don't talk the same way we like them talking, we're gonna use that same thing that we was saying that they could probably change from. And if it was another person you didn't like and they did the exact same thing, you're gonna use that same thing and be like, well, you should have knew better than all that other stuff. So that's what I'm kind of meaning about it. That usually we support people that's on our talking points, and we try to, that's what it be, or we try to lean more towards what they is rather than hear the other side for the most part. I think that's something I try to fight with every day because if I feel like I like somebody or something like that, I'm like, dang, okay, I might have to hold them accountable. I might have to do that or something like that. So it's just like the bias, right? You let some stuff
I had
slide
a
a little
moment
bit.
like that.
Uh,
I said I definitely had a moment like that because
yeah.
somebody. It's so funny. It was like yesterday. It was a woman. She had called me. She said that I was biased because for some reason she said she went on my profile and she said, "Yeah, you're a biased woman. I can tell by your profile." I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "How you get that?" She was like, "Yeah, just your whole thought process just shows that you're a biased person." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I guess. From my perspective, I just feel like it may not be everyone that's biased towards the people that support their talking points. But I do feel like it's a lot of people who are in a way. It may not come off that way. It may come off that way, or to that person it may not seem like that. But you would never know unless you have, I think, multiple people tell you, "Oh, you're biased." Like your point of view, like you constantly hearing that shit. I just think part of it might be true, depending on the group, but at the same time, like you can't really determine. Like I don't know, like it's hard to really say that because I could say that like for instance, Kev, you could say something that's factual, right? And somebody else would come in and look at your point of view like, wait, what? Like how that's not necessarily true. Like for instance, I made a perspective of that basically I just gave two different examples of why men and women cheat. And for some reason, all women just came in and started fucking attacking me because they was like, oh, nah, that's you falling for the okie dokie. You up here getting fooled. You letting these men play with you to manipulate your brain into thinking some shit like that. And it's like, hold the fuck. It's like, hold on. Like, I just gave an example. I ain't say that I condone cheating, like, or anything. Like, they kept on making it seem like, oh, I was making excuses for the man, or, it wasn't even nothing like that. It was just simply like, I gave two examples. If you disagree, that's fine. That is fine. I'm not gonna argue you down at the end of the day, but I will not sit here and allow you to insult my intelligence. You get
Mm.
what I'm saying? And that's
Hey,
what some
real
people
quick though, I wanna well, because I know I'm gonna be on for a few more hours. I'm gonna do a quick little refresh though, just because I mean it's kind of died down a little bit, so I'm gonna do a refresh. I be doing that. That
okay.
just be working though. So sometimes too, when it be seeming like it's dying down, then you refresh, it be a whole new. Yeah, I be liking
We're
that though.
probably all in
I'm
Lala's
catching.
life.
I be catching it, and sometimes my luck be bad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh, it got worse than before. It's like that, but I'm gonna do
But
that real
don't
quick.
get discouraged cause I noticed like when I do get off of live, like my one of my lives, like that shit said like it was 4,000 people up in that
Hmm.
motherfucker. But it just don't show that. It just like cause they got they see like you know how a person could sit up here and they got the option to tell you, oh, do you want to be seen when you come in a room or not seen? People be
Hmm.
having that shit turned off.
That's
So
what it
that's why
is.
I
Yeah.
think that like right now, we could have 2,000 people in this damn room, but we won't know because everybody don't follow you, and that's the end of the day. Shit, you ain't. You, I don't know. Like
Hmm.
I just be talking because I'm like, shit, somebody gonna hear
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know
it.
people hearing it though. You already know. I've been doing this for like 2 years. I was saying I'm only doing it for like the interaction, trying to get a new group in there and do like a refresh to get me on a different part of the For You page and stuff. That's all it is.
Okay,
And I,
cool.
yep.
I'll be back.
But give me a second though, real quick. I'll be right back. We gonna get this going because I really want this to get pushed out. Yep. Sign off stuff.
All right, cool,
All right, Amir. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
cool.